Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Reditus. Let's get this recap going. Episode 37. Yeesh. 36? We're on 36. All right. Last episode. The Atlads had a fight with some demons, introduced by Jack swinging in with a fireball, letting loose on the ground, burning a whole bunch of the foliage, and gently singeing some of the demons. Battle ensued as everybody joined. During the battle, a lightning demon started to form in the center of the battle area, almost right above a strange dead tree. As the battle commenced between Darius and Atlas, the team was able to dispose of two giant demons. Darius sending one away with a suggestion, and Atlas using his power to banish the other one to an unknown plane of existence. As the group started to heal up and kind of regroup, they had noticed that they had been somewhat followed by a small bat. This bat transformed into an Aarakocra, Aristos Lint, who had come to investigate the power surges connected to Sparrow in the area, and then further with information from people within Ciniculam, the changes that had happened in regards to the Fey Forest and generic that was connected to it. They entered into the Fey Forest and came across the Atlads. Atlas having a conversation with them, finding a little bit more out about Sparrow, what he could, and then Aristos flying off to check out the tree. As the group got together and started to head south after the battle to head out of the Fey Forest to go back into the city and recuperate and lick their wounds a little bit. We are going to pick up there and we'll be right back to see what they do next.
Yes, that protects your flesh, which protects your insides. You wear double the armor because you're weak.
The wall, and then these weird zombies came out of the wall, and I threw grease on the ground, and then we killed them all, and then we went through the whole wall.
A way to help Atlas. You shouldn't be so hard on those that are willing to fight.
I do talk in kind of riddles sometimes, and I don't always tell the whole truth.
How will you now? How will you? Because I think that's something you should figure out before you get down there, don't you? Okay, welcome back, everyone. So as we pick up, you guys progressing south.
That we're blaming Jack.
Yeah, right sentence. It was all Jack's fault. And let's go. So yeah, as you guys finished up the battle, speaking to Aristos, heading down south, you guys have been walking for about 5 or 10 minutes, about halfway towards the exit of this dome at the bottom of Ciniculam. And as the conversation happening between Darius and Mastos transforms back into his original form. What do you guys want to do next?
I turn to Jack.
Hey, Jack.
What's up, Atlas?
This is a pretty cool place. Do you happen to see anything weird or anything while you're out there? So many interesting things to look at. I just feel like there's so many cool things.
Well, it's
Anything
interesting.
stand out to you?
It's interesting to be in the Fae. I feel a slight connection to it, kind of a familiarity, if you will.
Oh, like to what?
Just being in the forest itself. I don't know.
Oh, you are a man of trees and stuff, aren't you?
Well, it's less about the forest and more about the Fae side of things. But interesting things I saw. I did see a tree that was shaped like a heart, which I thought was interesting when I was traveling about. But I saw another tree that might be considered worth looking at.
Oh, really? It's interesting you've only brought this up now. We're almost out of here.
Well, I was more in the midst of finding the devices that could allow for transportation in and out of the Fey Forest.
Well,
And then
what do you mean not right?
At the sight of a fight, I was ready to jump in, considering Mastos here wanted to eviscerate all the demons within inside this area.
Well, demons must die. Even I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I also
Oh.
recognize that going into battle, I spoke the wrong tongue to them, so they just heard gibberish, which I was trying to deliver a cool line, but when you try
Look,
to be cool,
it's okay, Jack. That's
fails.
mostly what comes out of your mouth anyways.
That works.
What did Jack see then?
Just, I guess a odd-looking tree, or I can show you the heart-shaped tree that I passed by while I was traveling.
Hold on.
Can you show us both?
Yeah, what do you like? How is a heart-shaped tree not an odd-shaped tree to you?
I thought it was odd.
But
And if
you're
the-
defining them as two different trees.
Yeah, there was just one. As I was traveling around, I just saw kind of a tree growing in an odd shape, and then the tree when we were fighting, there was that tree we were close to that looked kind of interesting as well.
So you saw an odd tree and an interesting tree.
Yeah, and the odd tree, if DM allows, I might be able to remember where it's at. But the other tree, after this rest, I presume we're taking, then we can go take a look at it.
That's interesting because our new bird friend mentioned wanting to look at a specific tree. Maybe that's the one.
Where did she go?
Flew away, didn't she?
Have I resummoned Reen, by the way?
I
You
thought
did,
it
yes.
in the last bite. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. Oh yeah, because I jumped on her and rode off. And then Atlas made me come back and
Ooh,
talk to
Tim.
him.
Those are clicky keys.
What do you want me to do? Not click?
I don't know. Reduce your mic sensitivity or something.
Can I help you? Well, after this rest, I'm assuming you guys will want to go look at it.
Are we resting? Was that a thing we were doing?
We decided to leave, so I presume that's what you guys need. Normally, after a fight, you guys try to run to your bags immediately.
That's not true.
Well, at least Atlas does.
I don't have any bags.
A sleeping bag, but I guess it was more metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, I mean, if you were referring to Atlas, it was a bad metaphor. He
Very
doesn't
bad.
sleep.
Almost completely incorrect.
I'm working on it, okay? I'm not used to working with automatons. You're the first.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, Mastos, as I was saying, so you don't know how this whole thing works, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, I just want to try something, and I'm going to summon the sword and have the blade. So where I was shooting the Eldritch Blast from, a blade actually extends out from in there. Can you put your hand out?
I put my hand out.
And I'm just going to poke it.
Okay. Roll damage for your sword.
Can I, like, hold back on the damage? Hold on. I don't have my
Crit.
character sheet open, apparently.
You don't have to add your ability, just whatever the damage of the sword is.
Okay, I think it's 1d6. No, it's 1d8. Okay. 4 damage.
Okay. Mastos, you feel the blade pierce your hands. You take 4 damage. And you see your blood kind of start to come out from the slice, but you don't feel any reaction within your body.
My eyes start to water.
What is going on?
There's no need to cry. I'll heal this wound. It'll be dry. And I use my word.
I'm not crying, okay?
And you heal for 4 health.
Perfect.
Actually, it might be 6. Hold on, let me check. What is healing word? 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier. Yeah, so it is 4. So you get 6 health back.
And how much should I take?
4.
Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm back up to 51.
Dude, I'm gonna beat you up.
So Colin, just to confirm, because is that your full health, Tim?
No.
Okay. Because we didn't roll damage when I eviscerated him.
We did. When you stabbed him in the
rolled the what?
chest, you did roll
Yeah,
damage.
Oh, okay. I didn't think I did roll damage, but
Yeah.
okay,
No,
that's fine.
you rolled something super low.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that happening? There we go. Okay. Okay,
In
cool.
fact, that's probably what brought me from my max health down to 49. So
Yeah,
you,
that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Okay, so maybe the next time I'm in touch with Timantrum, I don't know when that will be. I can ask him how this works because I don't want to have to stab you in the stomach every time to make the other guy come out.
I don't want you to stab me in the stomach every time you need me to come out. I'm here.
I said the other guy. And I realize the other guy's you, but like
Reditus
you.
is me.
Yeah, but he's not.
No,
He's like
You
a good
made it
foot
sound
taller
like
than
he
me.
was.
Reditus is me. I cross my arms.
Okay, then make him come out.
I don't wanna. You
Uh-huh.
can't make me.
Well, actually, I am the one person who can make
Yeah.
him. And I put the blade up to his stomach.
Well, it didn't work now, so maybe it's only.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
am kind of tired.
I don't. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's limited how many times you can do it. Maybe. Okay, so after we rest, whenever we decide to do that, I will poke your hand again, and we'll see if it works.
Yeah, but do we want to waste it? Because, I mean, that's a pretty powerful version of Mastos.
Well, okay, yeah, okay. I just mean like in a combat situation, or if we need him to.
So the next time we need to use him, we'll just check
I'll
his
just try
blood sugar
poking
or
him.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
Like,
Okay, so are we going to? Which tree do we go see first? The heart or the other one?
So are we no longer going to... I was under the impression we were going to get rested up.
we can rest in the Fey Forest.
We can, but I thought they said to not take too long because they're holding the animals back or something.
I guess if we want to go check in with them. How long have we been in the woods? It doesn't feel like very long.
Probably an hour.
We said, what, 1 or 2 hours?
Well, if we rest, that's going to be another hour.
You've been in there close to 2 hours.
Okay. Maybe we go see, what was his name again? The gatekeeper.
Olgar.
The note.
Why don't we just go check
I
the
don't have
tree out? We don't need to.
Okay.
Okay.
That works.
Which one?
Not the one I made up. As Luke's speaking, not the one I
you
made
it
up.
up.
I kind of like the heart sounding one.
I take a gold coin and I flip it. Oh no,
Oh,
where
boy.
my dice? are
DM,
over
is there a heart-shaped tree in here?
You can certainly look for
Take a
one.
look at the one that our
We'll
friend was
look for one.
interested in.
Oh, you made up the heart-shaped tree. Okay.
Luke did, not Jack. Jack was being silly. Or Luke's being silly, ask Jack.
Oh, so we go to the Huh.
We're going to go to the one that Jack was explained twice that he doesn't
Wait.
remember where it's at.
Our friend mentioned a tree,
Yes.
and I say that to
The
Alex.
bat mentioned one.
Yeah, he said he was gonna go and I think
She's a
he was
bird.
gonna go investigate it or take a look at it. I didn't really think anything of it until
Well,
now.
if she's interested in it, I'm interested in it. And I
Well,
walk in any direction. I don't even. I'm not, if she's interested in it, I'm interested in it, and I just start walking.
And
Okay,
is
well-
he going the right way? Because Jack will point the right way.
What
You
direction?
can roll a dice, man. If you want to roll a dice for it randomly, go right ahead.
What way is
You do it.
Mastos
You're picking
walking?
a direction.
Okay, I am going northeast.
Okay. So Mastos starts walking off northeast. Jack, you point directly north.
Is that the right way? Because
You pointing
I'm-
directly north is correct. You guys just basically headed south direct towards the exit.
Oh,
Where
okay.
you were, looking up at the dome, you guys could tell you were in the center. So you guys just heading directly south to the exit.
I imagine as Mastis starts to take off and Jack sees him veering off a little to the wrong direction, I don't imagine it like beaming his zipline like beaming to him, but like making a small leash with it and him just like guiding him back onto the straight and narrow.
I follow this and I'm like, and I start heading north.
Okay.
Gradually.
Darius Atlas.
I will follow.
Okay. So you guys turn and start heading back. Jack leading the way. Jack roll on Reen, of course. So okay, then roll a perception with disadvantage.
Bruh, I forgot about that. Ugh, rolled a 3 right off rip, so let's see if I get a nat 1, baby. 2? No way! 7.
Nice. So as you're charging through, a little bit too rambunctious, you don't notice some of the green pods you were warned about earlier, and it pops open, and you and Reen both take.
Am I almost dead? I forget.
16 poison.
Yipes.
Do I see this?
Yeah, so you guys are, because he's on Reen, he's ahead of you based on speed. So you guys don't get hit by this, but you do see it happen. It's about 10, 15 feet ahead.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll attack.
Good.
How many did I see go off?
You only seen one go off. There's a bush there, but it's just one pod.
Why? Every time I attack one of these pods, nat 20.
That's what... You guys need to collect this and throw it in front of bad guys. Get it! Get it.
Right before it hits, I throw one up.
Roll for damage.
What's my Eldritch Blast? 1d10, right? You're my d10? Yeah. 12 damage.
Did you roll a 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you, as it's kind of starting to close, and you just see it, Eldritch Blast just goes out inside as it starts to close and almost eat the Eldritch Blast, as it just rips out the backside and dissipates.
Did he do that before I took 16 points of damage?
No.
No.
That was rough.
It's not a
Darius
reaction.
hates these
to
plants. Anytime they go off, he's killing them.
All right, so you continue north. Jack, roll another perception with disadvantage, please.
This guy hates me. All right, my first roll is a 19. That's good.
Okay.
My second roll is a 15, dirty 20.
All right, perfect. So as you're heading north, and kind of like you have to kind of like slow down and stop Reen a little bit sometimes, just to let the rest of the group catch up as they're just kind of wandering behind you, trying to kind of hold back your excitement as you're like trying to lurch forwards. And as you look over to the right, about 65 feet or so through the bushes, you see a tree that's kind of started to grow in a strange shape.
A phallic shape?
Hard to tell from this distance.
Bit of a curve.
But you know where you know the tree that you were guiding them to is north, but you do happen to notice strange looking tree, right?
As Jack sees it, Jack's gonna pat Reen kind of on the side of the neck, the base of her neck, and he's gonna go, keep guiding them. And you're gonna see Jack kind of stand up on Reen, and he's gonna look at them, and he's gonna point like in a kind of an excitement, like, I think I found the tree, or the second tree, and then he's gonna zip off of Reen and make his way to it to see if it's the heart-shaped one.
Okay. So Reen continues trotting north, and you guys see Jack say this and kind of zip off to the east. You guys follow. What do you guys want to do?
What? Where? Do we follow her or you?
Reen is leading you to the special tree.
Is that the tree we're going to, guys? I don't know where we're going anymore.
We're just basically going back to where we came from. I thought it was right near where the battle took place.
Weren't we just standing where the battle took place?
We had already started walking south.
Oh, okay.
We were near the exit when
Yeah, you were halfway to the exit. Like 10 minutes.
so we just turned around.
We just basically need to turn around and go back. This way.
Okay, so just follow Reen then, right? Reen went north?
Well,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, 5 will follow the dragon.
And I will just head north.
What's Mastos gonna do?
Well, is the dragon going north then?
Yeah, the Drake is going north. Yes.
Yeah, then I will continue going north,
She got
following that
upgraded.
drake.
Okay. So you guys continue to follow. You can kind of keep up now that she doesn't. She's not being spurred on by Jack. So Jack, as you get closer to this tree, and you swing it a little bit closer, you keep a little bit of high ground to get a good visual, and you can see it's not that this tree grew in a strange shape. You can see now that the outsides of this tree have kind of been like worn down into kind of this strange curvature, almost like a sphere at the top, but you can see that it's been ground down by something to form it into that shape. That's all you can see from where you are.
Does it look like there's any like properties to it, like magical properties, or is it just like a normal tree?
You can
Wait,
go and
okay,
investigate it if
hold
you
on.
want.
So there are 2 trees? Because I thought we were following Reen to this tree that we're trying to find, and now you're saying he's at a weirdly shaped tree. What the fuck is going on?
Is
I
this
think the
Darius
DM
losing it?
I think the DM is gracing me with my made up heart shaped tree. Yes, I would like to do an investigation check.
Okay. Was that Jay or Darius?
Oh, it was me, because
That was
Darius
Jay.
doesn't know he sees a strange tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 17 on the die, investigation, dirty 20.
Okay. So as you start looking at this, you look a little bit closer, you can see the grooves. Although very minute, this thing is almost smooth with whoever doing it. But as you go in and you kind of start inspecting the grooves of it, you can see that this is done by multiple different types of horns. So whatever this is, whether it be one or multiple, have been using this to kind of wear, sharpen, whatever the case may be, their horns against this tree and started to wear it down. You don't see anything magical about it. It just looks like it's been used by some sort of beast and or beasts.
That's dope.
Unless they
Jack
can-
is going to notate it so he can bring everybody else to it, and he is going to try to catch up with Irene before she makes it back.
Easy enough done with your bonus action dash. So as you guys continue forwards, you hear Jack rustling through the trees as you look up and you see him swing on over and land down beside Reen. So you guys getting closer now, you can tell you're only about 2-minute walk, recalling where you came from until you get to the central area where you were with the tree.
When Jack swings in, I think he would land on Reen and he'd kind of spin around and sit on her backwards and look at everybody else. Be like, so I found that tree over there that I said that I was talking about earlier, and I think animals like sharpen their horns on it. It's actually really cool looking. I believe Mastos would enjoy seeing it.
Interesting. Is it the heart-shaped one?
Yeah, it is definitely roundish at the top. It's cool. You guys will have to see it in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So
We'll
you guys
check
can-
it out after this tree. One tree at a time.
As you guys continue north, you start to hear the running water of the river. You guys recall from your previous battle. And as you come into the area, you start to see now the trees kind of give way a little bit in the opening where this river flows through. And you can start to see the strange, large, kind of dead-looking tree on the right-hand side of the river as you guys make your way.
Is that the tree?
Let me pull up the thingamajig.
Is
Those
that
guys-
the tree right there?
As you all get closer, you can kind of see from what Jack had mentioned why it looks so strange. Everything around it is bright, looks full of life. And this particular tree has no life about it. It's a thick trunk. It raises up, and you can see 2 large kind of appendages coming out on each side. And at the top of it almost looks like a face. As you guys get closer, you can see what looks almost like burn marks, but a black almost insert into the tree, like something was there before.
Mastos?
As you describe this, I want to look up at the almost face-like structure in the tree and follow it down to. Do I feel? I pull out my stone. Sorry, seed. I pull out the seed.
So as you pull out the seed, Darius, Jack, and Atlas, you all feel this kind of warm heat in your chest. And as Mastos, you pull out the seed, you can see almost like these faint, it's almost like powder, almost mist coming off the seed towards the dead tree. And this kind of mist, as it hits the tree, it kind of dissipates, but you can see as it forming a shape. You see kind of this kind of almost cone kind of shape at the top, and then it kind of stretches out, and you see it forming 2 arms, down 2 arms, down 2 legs, and this kind of black burning has formed the shape of what you recognize to be generic.
I recognize it as
Tyrannic is shape on the front of the street.
I walk forward with the seed.
Yeah, as you walk forward, it still continues this kind of mist, and you all feel this almost pull and tug on your chest, almost like something's pulling at the keys in your chest as he moves closer, and it emphasizes this shape and form, exact size of your friend.
Is there any pain or discomfort?
No, just this warm almost tug.
Okay.
I would like
Darius
to
is gonna like place his hand on his chest and Mastos.
And as he says that, I want to look back and say, "What?" and place the seed in the opening where it looks like something was once before.
Okay. So as you go to push it in, you can see where it once before, or what was there before, looks like what your friend was. That's what the shape of this kind of burning or insert
Oh,
is.
like it came. Okay.
But as you put it in, you just see the kind of the mist, powder kind of substance just radiating out of the seed, almost trying to fill the spot that is burnt into this tree.
I am going to have, but as he's doing that and we feel the pull, I'm going to have what is that shirt called that I have? Regardless of what it's called, I'm going to have it actually open up to reveal the key, and I want to see if it's like glowing any brighter or like reacting in any way other than the tug that we feel.
Sure. Yeah. So you have it slowly open up into kind of like a little diamond shape to uncover the key in your bare chest. And you see there is this red light emanating from it, where normally is sort of a dead kind of red central piece within the crystal. You see it is emanating a red glow.
Okay, Tim, if you were going to say something, say something. I have something I want to say, but I want you to do your thing first.
This is. I think this is where Tyrannic came from.
You think this is where he's being held? What's binding him here?
I don't know. It may have something to do with that because he came from here. This is where he was from when he said he came with the forest.
Right, and he said that something below him was binding him here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And we are, for all intents and purposes, below where he is right now. I mean, I don't know if we're directly below him, but...
Mm-hmm. But what do we do with the tree?
I don't know. Is it? Can you heal trees?
I don't. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I'm into can plant growth. No, I don't know if. Hold on. Is there anything anyone else wants to do or say right now while I read this?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to turn to Atlas. Hey, do you still have that chunk of sanguine?
Yeah, but... Yeah,
Can you pull it out?
sure. What are you thinking?
Well, and I look down at my chest. I want to see if it's reacting like this is.
Oh. Yeah, well, hold on. Let me see if I can get it.
While he's
I
doing
can
that,
reach
DM.
into my mouth. Sorry.
While he's doing that, we were never told how long sanguine's been around for, correct?
No.
No, okay.
So Atlas slips the top of his mouth back and
So I will grab one crystal out.
okay.
I hold out my hand.
As you hold it out, you feel it warm in your hand. Whereas previously it had a neutral temperature.
It feels different. It feels warm.
Mastos, can you bring the seed close to my chest?
Oh.
I'm gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I turn around and start walking towards the group again.
I'm gonna reach in and grab the other crystal, and I want to see if the warmth that I felt inside goes away once those crystals are out.
Okay. Yeah, you pull out the other piece of sanguine, and you still feel that warmth in your chest. And the other piece of sanguine is warm as well.
Okay.
So as you walk closer to Darius, you all don't feel a change. You still feel this warmth and tug. And as he gets closer, you don't feel any change, but you still see that red glow, Darius, coming from your chest. And kind of this red mist energy. Mastos, as you're walking forwards towards Darius, you see it just floating behind you and still trying to fill in that form of Mastos within the tree. Of generic within the tree.
So with the seed and the crystal, it's still doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You said that the tree had like two hand-like things, or was that the shape that's in the tree?
So as you guys get closer and you see this kind of burnt insert into the tree of Geranic's body, as you step back and look at the tree, you can see almost his form in the form of a tree, stretching out, 4 appendages at the top, large kind of cone. Yeah, it looks like Geranic in a large tree form.
If this Fey Forest brought us all here, there could be one for each of us.
Could you guys turn into... And Darius looks up. Giant trees?
Mastos doesn't remember turning into giant trees. I would remember turning into a giant tree.
Would you? You said your memory is still foggy.
Fair. Fair point.
I put the sanguine crystals back in my gullet.
Okay.
But I'd like to run. Actually, before I do that, I want to run like a scan of myself. I want to see if I can pinpoint like the location of the warmth that's.
Have you guys touched the crystals to the seed themselves?
I mean, you can touch the thing in my chest. They're similar energies.
Okay. These crystals, they're shiny. Right? Or are they dull right now? You said they were dull, like a red.
The crystals. Are you talking about the keys in their chests, or the crystals that were in Atlas's hand?
I got them confused. So the keys are the things that are bright, right?
They are like gem things, though, right?
Yeah, it's like a clear. It's almost like a clear crystal with a sort of a red center. Almost is kind of how I would explain the keys in the chest, whereas the sanguine is like a solid red.
Mm. But it's not glowing compared to the keys.
You don't see any glowing from the sanguine necessarily. Atlas, he didn't really communicate what he had, but you don't see a glow from the sanguine.
Mhm.
But you can
How-
see the red inside the
Oh.
keys, like emanating.
These, and I'm just gonna call them gems because that's what they look like to me as anything. These gems, do they always brightly shine, glow?
You mean this? And he points to his chest. It's kind of complicated. We don't really know what they are. So their entry to the tournament, and was it after we activated Atlas or after we revived him that the shine went away inside of them?
Whenever you resurrected him.
Okay. Atlas had died, and we resurrected him, and the energy that was in it went away.
But after we defeated Lord Vamorian, it was back.
I think it was when he engaged with us that. when we
Okay,
got-
yeah, when we were talking to him or whatever.
Yeah, when I think you or Atlas, or maybe it was Felix, touched the crystal, and then we all went unconscious and woke up, and they were running again.
How big is the spot where there was something there that's no longer there, like compared to the seed?
Well, the spot that there's nothing there is the exact shape of Juranic. It's
Yeah,
essentially
we
his
were-
form, like burnt into the tree.
As we got closer to that spot, we realized it's a shape of the giraffe.
Oh, okay, it's not like
right?
an insert thing. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit! I just lost it. Oh, may I see your stone?
They don't come out. I mean, you can come and look at it.
Do they look similar to my seed as a stone? Because these guys first understood my seed as a shiny gemstone, my precious. It wasn't like over luxurious or anything, but are they similar in fashion?
Roll an investigation.
Sorry, that's a faded out number. And then I open this. Go back to that page. That was a 13 plus. Okay, 14.
14, okay. Yeah, so comparing them, they look extremely different. You don't see any comparable markers that would indicate that it's a similar rock or a similar gem, or however you want to kind of explain it. They don't look comparable.
As I examine them, can I raise it to his chest and ask, does this make you feel different? As I go to his chest with the seed.
Yeah. Does
No
hold up
change in
the
the feeling, I
chest?
assume?
No change in the feeling.
I mean, when you pulled it out, there is like a warmth emanating inside of me, but like that's about it. And there's a weird, you said a tug toward the tree, right? Or
A
is it
tug
toward
towards
the seed?
the seed.
And there's a weird like pull. It doesn't hurt, and I don't feel like overwhelmed, but it's almost like, do we have magnets in this world?
Yeah, they're not very, prominent. But
It's
yes,
almost
it's a
like
thing.
when you take two magnets and hold them near each other, you can feel that pull.
Mastos doesn't know what magnets are.
Okay,
Yes.
well. I think I don't think we're gonna get much further on this. That looks like Juranic.
Let me just ask real quick, and I cast Speak with Plants.
Okay. Are you ritual casting for 10 minutes, or are you just casting it?
I cannot ritual cast that.
Oh, that would have.
Oh, what the heck? It's so sensitive. I went to click, just scroll up, and it's like, no, you send it in chat, mister. Yeah, I can't ritual cast this, or I totally would. Now, I'm assuming the tree's dead, and I don't have speak with dead yet. So technically, I can't speak with dead plants. I'm assuming, right? There's no life when I cast a spell.
Tables.
You have to
Just start
cast both to
talking to
speak
the
to a dead
wall.
tree. Would you have to like cast speak with plants and speak with undead? Is that how that would work?
I
Speak
think
with dead,
so.
yeah.
I think so. Like everything I read about it, it's like, well, technically, yes. And I was like, I like technically,
The ultimate detective.
Yeah.
right?
So you cast speak with plants?
Yes. So I cast speak with plants. I assume there's no change in this Geranic tree, and it doesn't seem lively.
Seems the same.
What's the closest unaffected plant of the burning that is tree-like? No mushrooms.
So everything around the tree is lively. There's a large green bush. There's one of those big tall trees that kind of Jack was using in combat to your right. There's a large kind of globe style mushroom looking thing. It's not a mushroom. It's got these leaves kind of protruding around it over to the east. There's some small patches of flowers. There's even the grass that's here, the kind of brown grass, although you would think in the mortal plane this would be, you know, dead grass, but in this it looks lively, vibrant.
I want to talk to everything. I'll start going with the tree that's right across. I'm assuming that it's this tree. Whoa, special effects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it's like a 50-foot tree. You see this trunk kind of goes right up, almost no branches, but right to the top, and then it opens out into this huge, beautiful purple and orange canopy.
Excuse me, Mr. Tree. I love Colin's tree voices. I feel like talking to all these plants just to see the different voices he'll come up with. You look like you've been here for a while.
Quite a long time, yes.
Who are you?
Could you help me? I need to know about that tree, and I point over at Geranic tree.
That's not one of us, really.
What do you mean, not one of you? Tree, is it not?
I wouldn't call it tree. It doesn't talk to us.
I look back at it, and it doesn't look very talkative. You're right. I guess not tree. I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Has it been here always? As long as you?
Only when the forest moved.
Did someone come from that tree when the forest moved?
Person, no. Black sludge.
Oh, gross. Did it leave anything behind?
Bad smell.
From the tree?
The black sludge. Bad smell.
Is this tree hurting the forest?
No. Fire hurts the forest. And you see it kind of start to shake and kind of like bend over towards across the river, where you see this scorching circle of debris that was obliterated by the fireball that happened.
I look over there, and then I look over at Jack. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Jack gives a thumbs up.
Jack, I think they're talking about you.
My friend, he doesn't know magic and used magic, and
Friends needs to be more careful.
I know. I'll make sure he's more careful. And when I leave, I'll grow this forest. I'll help you all.
He can grow a forest?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Jack.
Forest.
Mm.
When black sludge came, did any other new trees come like this?
No. The demons were here. Thing fighting the demons. Then the flash. Then the tree. Then the rock. You see it kind of like start shaking around almost in a circle, you know, protruding out towards the dome.
What? The rock?
No sky, just rock.
I know it's sad out there without the green. Mastos has been out there. It's cold. Not warm. Not full of life. Well, life and people there. But there's you just made me forget what I was thinking. There's okay, so do you know where the seed should be from? And I hold out the seed. It needs to go back.
Everything needs to go back where it came from.
And do you know where this comes from?
Perhaps an old grandfather tree. I don't really know.
Well, who is grandfather tree?
The oldest of us, of course.
And where can I find him? Or her, or them?
Oh, just scattered throughout the Fae.
Huh? Do you mean there's more of the grandfather tree in all parts of the Fae? So where is grandfather tree in this part of the Fae?
I don't know. I can't move.
Do you think mushrooms would know?
Mushrooms don't move either.
But their mycelium column stretches for miles.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay, I will roll a persuasion. Really? Another 13? With I'm in my spells section. Okay, and what's so 19.
19? Okay. Just 1 minute, young one. You see it almost lean away from you, and the tree kind of starts to just kind of rhythmically wave left and right, just ever so slightly for a few inches. And then you all start to hear a little bit of rustling. And as you start to look, you start to see 15 feet away a similar tree start to move and shake. 20 feet away, another similar tree start to move and shake. And almost in a wave going outwards, you see this rhythmic movement of these giant trees start to slightly move.
I think they want us to follow them.
You're looking for the old tree? The oldest of us held the seed. The tree is not here with us. It is elsewhere.
Elsewhere, not in this forest.
Ah, but this forest. Is it truly the forest? Or is it one of the forests?
There are more. We came in pockets. Each one a forest, maybe?
Perhaps what you seek, not in this particular forest, the seed. Growth, protect the Fae. It does what it needs to protect its living things.
Is there a way to find more Fae forests in this world?
There must be talks of Fae forests within this mortal plane that you have not yet found.
We must find them. We also must do something about that tree.
That is not a tree. That is but a husk. That is but a transportation device, saving what it needed to save.
My friend, who came from that tree, is stuck, is bound. He can't leave.
Everything must be returned to where it once came from.
So I can bring him back here?
The tree starts to kind of shudder a little bit, and you start to see the trees kind of start to stick steady again and kind of come back in. Oh, I'm sorry. That's pretty much all I can do for now. Looking at this tree, it looks, you look at the colors and the leaves, and you can see it started to fade a little bit. Not quite as vibrant and bright as it was when you first started talking.
Oh.
Mastos,
Huh?
are you done talking to the forest?
1 second.
What? I have a thought.
I crouch down and talk to the brown grass. Hi.
Hello.
Have you had some black goo crawl on you?
Yes?
And where did he go?
Away.
Which way?
That way.
Thank you. I stand up and I turn back to the group. Tyrannic's black goo went that way, and I don't give a direction at all. Just say it that way.
That checks out for everything to do with you.
Oh, real quick. So you said this tree is that's missing a big area that's as big as Duranic. Could we walk into that?
You can go and inspect it further if you want to actually kind of get in there and inspect it.
I guess, yeah, I think Jack would be looking a little closer to it as
Sure.
Mastos is yammering.
Okay, yeah, so roll investigation.
It's a 19 on the die. 1 second. +3, 22.
Okay, perfect. So as you look inside and you kind of start...
I had to double check.
Yeah, you kind of as you start to look into it, and you can see that in the inside, what looks like a burn mark is almost like a solidified black substance that isn't actually burnt. You recognize this visually to be comparable to the entity that you were fighting that you thought was Juranic before he kind of changed into his previous form. It looks like that, but solidified. But it looks exactly the same size.
Jack's gonna use an arrow and he's gonna kind of scrape some of it off.
Okay. Yeah, you scrape a little bit of it off, and it comes off almost like powder, revealing kind of dead bark underneath, just like it is on the outside of the tree.
So would I be able to gather that, like, what we were fighting is what was, like, where that tree is, what came from that tree, and moved up?
At least a similar substance. Can't tell if it's exactly that's what it was, but it's the same substance, yeah.
Okay. Jack relays all that information and shows him the powder.
Mastos. Sorry, before I say anything, it was you that cast Enlarge on one of our fights, right?
Yep.
Okay. Mastos, you had the ability to make us bigger, correct?
I can make you bigger. I can make you smaller. I can make.
Can you make that
plants bigger,
smaller?
Smaller. I can. What?
And I point at the Juranic tree.
Well,
I mean, I could only hear one side of the conversation you had with. He looks around, whatever you were talking to, but I heard you say that.
I point at the tree.
I heard you say that he's not a tree.
No,
what if
no,
you shrink it? Maybe we can take it to him, and then maybe we can unbind him from being here.
I can reduce its size, but I look at it. I think it would just go from to something quite large still, because I'm thinking, what's the giant? What's above large, or is it not large? Certain.
There's large, then
massive,
giant, then I think like gargantuan or something.
Yeah.
Is it giant sized or is it large size?
Right now, you classify it as giant. The tree.
That's what I was under the impression it's a giant size.
Yeah.
So if I did reduce it, it would still be a large tree. I don't think we can move it.
Hold on.
I know I could, but not like this. And I look down at myself.
Oh, it doesn't specify. Shit. But I assume it's only a medium hand, so it can't. Okay. Well, I don't. We can't get Juranic down here, I assume, right?
What did Jack find inside the tree?
He told us.
I see you snooping. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Mastos wasn't paying attention.
Jack shows him the powder and relays everything.
That came from inside?
Yeah, once I scraped this away, it was just kind of the bark, kind of like how it is on the outside.
I would like to spend time cleaning out that tree hole. I just walk past Jack and just start scraping the insides of the tree.
Okay. Okay, so Mastel starts. So what are you using to scrape the... Just your hands?
Yep, just my nails. No, I will use my sickle. Pull it out and just...
Okay, so...
Any parts I can't reach, I use my nails.
All right, so you guys see him kind of go in there and start carving out this black powder from the inside of this tree. What's everybody else doing?
I am going to summon the sword in the shape of a chisel, and I'm going to go in and start like with him.
Okay.
I'm still trying to run that check on myself to see where the warmth's coming from.
Processing.
might have been overlooked a little there.
Yeah,
but,
just a little.
look.
So did you roll investigation?
No, sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Or medicine, up to you. You pick.
I'll do medicine.
Guys, I think Atlas is in standby.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my first roll of the day.
So as you kind of focus in and scan yourself, kind of close your eyes and kind of like shrink down, compact yourself and run the scans. And you create a visualization of this warmth within you. And it almost feels, it feels deep in your chest and it feels kind of almost star-shaped. And you recognize this shape from seeing the keys on Jack and Darius. You feel it inside you. Not visual to the exterior of your body.
Okay, do I have an idea of where inside though? Like, cause I feel like
Your frontal chest cavity.
Frontal chest
but in
cavity.
the interior.
interior.
Yeah. Where originally, it's been a long time, but when you're originally put on the boat and received the key, you feel it in that spot.
Okay.
So you'd have to C3PO yourself to see it.
Okay. Do I have is there anything in my chest cavity that it would allow me to open up? Do I have a panel that I could pop open, or?
No, you would have to have somebody with the know-how to kind of dismantle your chest pieces to get into it, we'll say.
Okay. And having the sanguine in my hand, if I put it up to my chest, doesn't do anything? Any difference?
It doesn't react to your chest, no.
Okay. Okay, then I'm looking at myself.
Okay. And Darius, so you're helping, right? Scratch it out. Jack, are you doing anything while everybody's looking at themselves and scratching out the tree?
Jack is going to turn and sit Indian style with Reen in front of him, and he's gonna pet Reen.
Okay. Green leans into it. Rolls
How long
up
does it
around
take
you.
to identify something? Sorry.
It depends on what it is. Like if you're checking a full wall, or if you're just kind of checking.
If I wanted to look at a potion that I had.
Oh, if you're trying to identify something like that, then it would be like during a short rest, 1 hour, if you don't
Okay.
cast the spell.
Okay.
All right, so as you guys are scraping the inside, as this powder comes off, you quickly realize that when you get to the bark, your tools are not penetrating the bark, only the powder.
Perfect. That makes it easier.
Mm-hmm. I work even vigorously knowing that I can't hurt the tree.
Yeah, so after a few minutes, quite easily, you guys kind of clean out what you can of this kind of black substance. And yeah, you can see what looks like on the outside of the tree is now on the inside.
I assume you want to collect it all?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just have nothing to... empty component. I'll put it in some of the empty component pouches I have from using spells.
Yeah.
In my component pouch.
Yeah, realizing you've used all of your incense and you have none left to summon Ratmos again, you use that pouch to go ahead and scoop in all the dust.
Dust.
Jack, you want to put that dust in with this dust?
Yeah, and he kind of brushes it off his finger, I guess.
I'm gonna label it as goo dust.
All right, there you go.
Black goo dust, actually.
You have a pouch of black dust.
We'll call it Nimbus.
But yeah, so this tree now has its look of just Duranic.
Yeah.
All right. I'll come back to you.
The tree is unmoving.
And I'm assuming 10 minutes has passed, so my spell is that was the fading of the essence. I understood what was happening. I guess
Also,
for now.
did Aristos come here? Because she said strange tree and flew in that direction.
We look around. Is Aristos with us?
What was only Atlas that? Well, actually, Darius, you were overhearing that, but it was when he was speaking.
Yeah, I'm
to
not
Atlas.
saying it out loud as Darius. I'm asking
Oh.
you. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
asking me, DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you were overhearing the conversation, that's what he said. He said there was a tree like that where he was from, so he was going to go check it out.
There's your answer, Mastos.
Well, you or Atlas didn't convey that.
Yeah, and well, I can say, yeah, I'm not going to convey anything. I wasn't listening to that conversation.
I think they all know that you were. You went invisible and then came back
Behind a
whenever Atlas
tree,
came back.
nobody could see me.
Didn't I
Alright.
say that he mentioned the tree and that he was going to go look at it?
Yeah, but it was more the specific words that he said was, "There's a tree like that where I'm from."
Oh, okay.
Because Mastos said maybe there's one for each of us.
Right.
So conveying that information would help confirm that.
Would that be
Yeah, but if I've already said it.
We should go find Aristos' friend, my friend. Their friend is my friend.
Khalid?
Khalid.
Khan?
Another one.
Khalid, right? See, I was right.
So was I.
All right, what do you guys want to do?
Are you satisfied here, Mastos? Are we good?
Unless you guys want to wait 8 hours here,
Why would we
then we
wait
can come back.
hours
We'll come
here?
back here. I want to give the forest a chance. It's away from the Fae.
It looks like it's doing all right.
You know,
This is probably some hippie thing that Mastos wants to do. If he wants to, why don't we go let them know we want to do that?
Why are you saying hippie thing? This is the happiest I've seen you since I met you.
I'm talking about him wanting to talk to plants and make things thrive, I guess. That seems a bit odd.
Talking to plants, I'll give you. Wanting things to thrive, I wouldn't consider that hippie-ish.
I'd like to point out, plants have a lot to say.
Yeah, they've never said anything
Well,
to me.
I'm sure you had a great conversation with that blade of grass down there.
Ask the right question, and maybe they'll speak to you.
What did you learn?
Well, I learned that they don't like black goo to crawl on them. And that black goo is stinky, which is surprising since the trees don't have noses. But I also learned that the other forests are here too. This is not the only Fae. The other forests are here. That means maybe one for each?
So you didn't figure out if we can release Juranic from his...
Maybe if we
Well,
bring the
That tree came with the flash. The flash was us coming here.
Yes, but isn't this the same type of substance from whatever that thing is that attacked us, and we only
Something-
destroying it is what released Juranic?
No.
That tree saved Juranic. That tree brought Juranic here with the rest of the forest.
And didn't he say he believed there was something here where we're at now that's holding him?
There is something here that binds him.
So maybe we should destroy this tree.
But
It's shaped like him.
it's not a tree.
Right, so destroying it won't hurt anything.
Just don't hurt the forest anymore. I promise them. And I look at Jack.
Hey,
They
I'm not
know
gonna-
what you did.
Well, why don't you have him come over and tell me to not do that.
I am. Please don't burn the forest.
Well, that was my last fire-based spell. They seem rather expensive, so I don't know when I'll get another one. And they really didn't seem affected by it that much, so it was pretty anticlimactic. But maybe if we destroy this, I don't know, shell, maybe it'll release them? I don't know.
How can we destroy something that's not a tree?
We could burn it.
And Jack, like, launches his wrist up and one of his explosive arrows comes out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Let's just dial it back a little bit.
If you insist. And he puts it back.
I'm gonna can I cast Secret Flame on the tree?
I think you certainly can. Roll damage.
Yeah. Radiant damage.
Surprisingly, the tree doesn't get a dex save.
What is it? 2d8.
Sacred Flame OP.
7 and that didn't work. 2, so 8 or 9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you cast the spell, you kind of like focus your energy on it, and you all see the tree just glow for a second, and then the glow disappears, and it seems unaffected.
Well, that attack sucked.
Yeah.
Jack's gonna go over with his dagger, and he's gonna try to see if he can poke a hole in it.
Okay, roll a strength check.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
Okay.
That is a 10 on the die. I get a -1, so 9.
Okay. So you kind of stab your dagger into it, and you feel the resistance, and it doesn't pierce. And you know if you go too hard, you're feeling that tension on the knife, on the dagger, that it could snap if you push too hard.
Well, don't you, and Jack's looking at Darius. When you stab Mastos, he transforms. Try stabbing this tree with your fancy sword.
So summon the thing again, and I put my fist against it and eject the blade out.
Yeah, as you eject the blade out, you feel your hand be pushed back as the magic doesn't penetrate the tree.
No. Although I want to try something. And I reach into the bag. You see me like fumble around a bit, and then I pull out the Stone of Daylight. And I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to hold it out. And then I'm going to use the first command to cause just the bright light in a 30-foot radius in front of me, which doesn't need any charges, just to see if the tree reacts in any way.
Okay. So as you push out with this daylight spell, and you kind of see this cone of brightness start to come out, not only is it bright, but you almost feel a slight warmth coming from it. And as you release this, you start to see the surrounding vegetation, the small plants and the trees that are within range almost slightly lean towards it, like they're kind of trying to lean into the light, but no reaction from the Duran tree.
Okay, so then I'm going to use the second command, which will expend 1 charge and fire a beam of light directly at the tree.
Okay. So as you expend this charge directly at the tree, as it hits it, it seems to go nowhere. It doesn't bounce back. It doesn't penetrate. It doesn't go through. It's almost like it's absorbed. It just doesn't go anywhere.
All right, I'm going to put the gem back in my bag. Oh, that didn't do anything.
As you put the gem away, you see all the vegetation just start to lean back to where they were.
Jack is slowly pulling out that arrow and putting
You're
it
not
in the crossbow.
blowing up anything, Jack.
When Alice started doing his ritual casting, I would also like to ritual cast locate animals, and I would like to locate Fae animals.
Okay. Duly noted. So Jack and Darius, what are you doing during this 10 minutes?
Looking through my spell book to see my. I'm just trying to find anything.
Just like flipping page for page. That's not.
Jack,
Come on.
Jack is going to scale the tree, the husk of this tree,
Okay.
and he's going to get. He wants to get to a spot on top of it, and he is going to attempt to see if he can glean anything off of it. Magic, any kind of like magic that's coming off of it, and just seeing if there's anything from a different angle on it that he can get.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
information.
Roll an acrobatics.
Why do I roll stupid high when it's time to do acrobatics, but I roll terrible on a strength check?
Because you're dexterous and weak.
It's annoying. 17.
17. Yeah, easy enough. You use your grapple, kind of goes around the top kind of arm that's sticking out, and woof, you just hoof yourself up there. As you look down, roll a perception.
16.
16. Yeah, you look down and you kind of get a visual looking around. You don't see anything with this thing that is outstanding from what you've seen below. And, like, you don't see anything different.
Is there anything magic-wise, like I want to do an Arcana check, but is there anything he can feel from it?
Well, you don't see anything that would indicate any magic. You don't see any runic inscriptions. You would need a spell detect magic, but you don't see anything that indicates anything arcanic about it. You don't, nothing that would pull you to believe that there's
that's
something
fine.
magical.
Okay. Jack is gonna have Reen fly up to him. He's gonna call her up, and he's gonna have her bite the tree.
So Reen's gonna bite the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. So Reen trepidatiously walks over and kind of tilts her head. Roll a D100, please.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love rolling a D100, baby. Let's get that 20 out of the way. 29.
29. So as Reen leans in and bites down on the tree, you hear a crack
Oh yeah, she bit right through this tree.
as you see one of her teeth fall out the bottom onto
Oh,
the ground. And she winces, she pulls back and winces.
Jack quickly runs over, picks the tooth up, and then he just sticks his hand on the side of her face and is going to cast a healing spell on her. He will cure.
You can call her toothless now.
Ooh, 14 points of healing for her.
There you go. So as you trying to place it on, kind of the warmth of your magic kind of pieces it back together. She kind of leans into you and takes the.
All right, maybe we don't bite this tree anymore.
Have her shoot lightning at it.
She doesn't just shoot lightning at it. I'd have to shoot it, and then she can. And then Jack stops and he just looks at the tree and he just launches a normal arrow at it, and then she'll react and throw lightning on the bolt.
Okay. Roll damage, including your lightning damage.
Oh, just straight damage. Shoot. What am I? D8 and then a D6. What's my D8? I get a +3, right? Yeah, so 10 points of piercing and 3 points of lightning.
Okay. So as your arrow hits the tree, bang on your mark, you hear a ping, and it just falls to the ground. It appears unaffected.
We should make armor out of this thing.
How do we shape it?
Heat it?
Do you have fire?
I did.
Oh yeah, I know.
Can't you make fire?
Nope.
Did you say heat? Heat it?
This stuff is tough. I can punch through
Oh wait, I'm
armor.
Yeah, never mind.
So the fact that this thing just and Jack's gonna pick up his bolt and see if it like the tip is just like destroyed.
Yep. You see, look at it, and it's the front of it. The fragments are broken off, and the rest is bent backwards.
Yeah, if I could make armor out of this, that'd be awesome.
I'd like to know what happens if Jernic lays inside that hole.
Am I still casting?
If
Getting close.
Oh yeah, same. Yep, never mind.
Yeah. I was
Can
like,
we
about to
hear
say
these
something.
things? Can we hear these things?
Yeah, you
though?
can hear.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can hear. You
So
can't
much I
engage
wanna say
in
when
full
this is done.
conversation, but yeah, you hear. You can throw out the odd word or whatever, but you can't get into a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Drake trapped?
Yeah, I don't think we could get him out here.
Okay, first, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at the tree.
Okay. Full damage.
No, come back here. 9.
9. It's unaffected.
Then, like, no dent, nothing?
No, you see the energy hit the tree and just dissipate.
Okay, I don't think we're breaking this tree.
Well, then I don't know what else to do.
And as you say this, Atlas, you feel your spell complete. And that wave that you are used to kind of goes out. And as you look around, you see your friends, what you expect to see on them. And you see a solid glow from the tree, with divination being sort of the core magical essence coming from it. Looking else around, don't see anything else that gives you sort of a ping within range.
Okay. And sorry, what kind of magic was it?
Divination.
Divination.
And then Mastos, your spell also completes. And you kind of close your eyes at the end of it and focus in. You can hear like this just slight breeze. You hear the water running, and then you kind of feel and hear silence. And you almost like a rushing of wind as your mind almost moves. You feel it shifting, passing through bushes, trees, and you feel it far, far to your east. You pick up some fey beasts far to the east.
We're still safe. The animals aren't here yet.
Okay, so what are we doing? This thing is not penetrable by weapon or by magic.
Or by Drake. Do you guys want to see the other tree?
Is it important? Is it weird like this one?
I think it's weirder. It's shaped. It's cooler.
Sure. I like trees. And I hop along with Jack.
And Jack gets in front of Reen and leads everybody, not riding Reen.
Atlas, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna hang back.
Okay. Atlas still kind of inspecting the tree, kind of hanging back there. Darius, what are you up to?
I'll wait with Atlas.
Okay.
I'm gonna do ritual cast divination.
Okay. You see Atlas sit back down and start kind of putting out a runic circle and start moving his hands and muttering some words. You see his sparrow symbols start to glow a little.
Before I leave, I turn back. Oh, Darius.
Hmm.
Can't you just send a message? Tell Duranic we found his tree.
Depending how far away he is, I can try.
If he can make it back to the Fey Forest here.
Okay, I will attempt to send a message. I'll aim it upwards. And I'll basically convey... Well, first, I'm gonna, like, ask if Jorina can hear me. Let him know it's Darius, who's with Lapidos.
Okay, so you're saying it's Darius. Can you hear me? I'm with Lapidos.
Well,
Your message.
okay,
I need
so
to
I'm
know
like,
your exact message.
yeah, so I'm like, hey, Jorinic, it's Darius, a friend of Lapidos. Let me know if you're receiving this message.
Okay, let your DM do some math.
Okay.
It's so funny because I call him Lapidos, but his name is Lapidus, so I think we should just retcon his name to Lapidos. Because I'm so used to it.
No, it's more funny to have them two different names. You do not get a response.
Okay. He will try it again and like kind of like tuning fork it, but I assume there's no response regardless.
What floor was he on?
I think the one above us. No?
And where's like the tallest tree? Because I think Jack would understand how message works because of how often he's used it and done the guess and check game.
Oh yeah, I keep sending it every 30 seconds until I get a response.
Yeah. The benefit of cantrip.
Oh, your copper wire broke. Oh no, you can't use it. So what are you doing? Sorry.
Jack basically wants to find like a really tall tree, and
It was west of Core 2, by the way.
It was core 2, not the one above this.
And what's the range on it?
120 feet. So we're on the bottom, right? Core 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think, regardless of how high up we go, we'd have to go up a couple cores.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, never mind then.
I will tell Mastos that he's not responding.
Oh. And I just walk away.
We'll just have to have Atlas send one. I thought he could send one to anybody.
Well, I don't know what he's doing right now. This is different than anything I've ever seen.
Looks like he's staring aimlessly.
Well, he's also got like these weird, like, are you trying to curse someone?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hey, aren't you going with Mastos?
Waiting just like behind Jack, like, I was
Jack-
promised a cool tree.
Jack picks up his pace, heads toward his tree.
All right. So as you guys start heading south, what component are you using, Atlas, for your spell? 25 gold worth of something.
25 gold.
Okay. A similar setup the last time.
Yeah, I'll just pay
Okay.
the price.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys start heading south. It's about a 5-minute walk to get there. Darius, just while he's ritual casting and they're heading off, do you want to do anything specific during this time, or?
I'm gonna ritual cast Identify on the tree thing.
Okay. All right, so you guys head south. Jack, very easily find, based on your particular skills, very easy to find the tree you've seen on the way here. Heading south to go to a 5-minute walk. But yeah, you have led Mastos to the tree.
Check us out. Pretty neat, right?
I inspect this tree, arms behind my back, kneeling down or hunched. You know.
As he's doing that, Jack's pointing at all like the horn marks, and he's like, "They sharpen them over here. This thing's cool."
Do the horn marks look like satyr horn marks?
Roll investigation.
Or demon horn marks? Yo, what are with... I have literally rolled a 13 4 times in a row. With different dice, too. Different dice. Hold on, that was 13 plus 1, right? Yeah. So 14.
14? Okay. You're not 100% sure what these are, but they're definitely not satyr marks. Some of them, there's horns, but knowing the details you know on animals, you know that there's some kind of bite marks within there as well, possibly sharpening teeth. But you can't really tell exactly what it is.
No, not just horn. Other instruments of death. And I bare my fangs of my carnal meat-eating teeth.
Well, this is the other cool tree, so satisfactory?
8 out of 10. Cool tree.
It's a pretty good review.
And it just it just looks like a cool tree that has been used in it. I feel like this is a tree like an elk would use to sharpen its, this is what I'm seeing here. Cool looking tree though.
Yeah, you recognize that type of use, and you can see that this is that times 10, like an extreme version of that.
Yeah, hyperfixation on it.
So as you guys are checking out the tree, Atlas, your ritual cast completes. As you see the gold coins, light up, white lights, and this wind now just perpetually whirling around in front of you, a yellow and white light. What is your question?
I'm gonna ask if Aristos finds that his tree is the same as this one, but with a different shape.
Sorry, say that again?
Because I want to know if Aristos finds that his tree is the same as this one. Like he said, similar or whatnot, but with a different shape, like a different person's outline.
Okay. So you speak this out, and you see this wind, almost like a small whirlwind, just happening in front of you. And as you finish your question, you see the whirlwind just kind of stop and fade. And in front of you, you see a small plant come out of the ground. And it starts to grow, and the leaves grow into the shape of the tree that you see beside you. You see the small stem and the 4 small little green leaves start to extend, forming the shape of the tree. And then beside it, you see another one come out. This one forming a different shape. This one having more of a solid body, with 2 arms coming down, and then on its back, you see these leaves, wide leaves, start to form out that almost look like wings on the back. And then a wind comes through, and it veers off into the wind.
Okay.
Oh. Barrett, did you see that?
Would I have seen it?
You seen this, yes?
Okay. Yes. I don't really know what I was looking at, though.
So, you know how Aristos said he was going to investigate his tree?
Yeah.
So you were listening.
Oh! Jay's piss.
I was just agreeing with you.
Okay.
Can I insight check him?
Sure, yeah. Roll insight. Darius, roll either persuasion or deception, and don't tell us which one. What do you got, Darius?
24.
Yeah, I only got
Stupid
30, 20.
bards. Ridiculous charisma. Yeah, so he seems to be telling the truth.
Hi, meows.
Well, anyways, yeah, so I decided to kind of ask the power that's within me. Sometimes it can give me answers, and I asked it if the tree that he's going to find will be the same as this. And, well, as you've seen, those plants showed 2 trees, one like the one here, and the other one is different, but it had wings, which I would think is probably Aristos' tree. So maybe Mastos was right. These are where they came through.
Well, I mean, but Aristos isn't one of Mastos' people.
He's from the Fae.
No, his friend Khalid is from the Fae. That's Aristos's, I don't know, pack leader.
I don't know. I believe Aristos has been in the Fae realm, no?
I don't know. I mean, she didn't really tell us anything about that.
Did he mention anything about coming from the favor? I thought
he said that he comes from a forest like this.
Yeah, I think he is from the Fae realm.
Well, he says he's from a forest like this, but I mean, this is not in the Fae either.
Well, but it came from the Fae.
Right, but we are in this forest right now.
Right.
We didn't come from the Fae. So...
Remember my origin.
Meta!
I'm not saying you're wrong, Atlas. I'm just from the information that I understand. Aristos has. Did she state what Khalid was to her, like a leader or a?
Yeah, she said my leader.
Okay, so Aristos' leader was Khalid, and I mean, if they all, we know Khalid, or I'm assuming, anyways, we don't know definitively, but Mastos said that Khalid was one of his people. So if we assume that Khalid is like Jurnik and Mastos, she came from the Fae. Aristos could be part of her tribe or whatever. I don't know. They all could have came from the Fae. I'm not saying you're wrong there. I just don't think that tree is Aristos's. I think it's Khalid's. But Khalid is also an Aarakocra, so the wings on her back would make sense.
Is Khalid an Aarakocra?
That's what Mastos said.
Did I hear that? I don't remember hearing that.
I think Jurnik also told us that all the different.
I don't know if he said races or not. He did say all the names, though. He said the names.
I said Khalid.
Yeah, Mastos said Khalid.
When we were all in a group still, before you walked off with her. That was when
he did when she mentioned Khalid, saying that she was the leader of the Aarakocra group or whatever it was that she said. That's what triggered Mastos saying that Khalid is an Aarakocra that from his group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say it's one of them either way. And these forests are from the Fae realm originally, pulled here somehow during an event that Mastos created?
I don't know if he created it or removing the seed caused some type of... It could have also been maybe taking the seed caused some type of energy shift, and whatever the demons were doing caused the realm to portal here.
And another thing, so this tree here is its magic is based in divination, which is. Well, you're familiar with that school of magic, right?
I mean, when you say familiar, I know of it. I don't. Do I have any divination spells?
Well, you went to the
Yeah.
School of Lore. I hope so. I hope you.
Yeah, I
like,
know,
have-
but like I don't know if I've ever used it. I obviously
well,
know
healing
of it.
is divination. Healing word.
No,
Divination,
it's evocation.
Yeah, it's not divination.
Is it?
Yeah, I do have a divination spell, comprehend languages. So yes, I am familiar with it. Very familiar.
Okay,
I've
just
used
to reconfirm, DM, this is divination magic.
I will confirm for you.
Just to double check. Because I have a theory, and I don't.
So it's so I'll correct what I said. It is you do get divination, but you also get conjuration.
Conjuration.
So both. come from-
Okay.
So I gather.
Do I get more one or the other?
You get more of the conjuration.
Oh. Fuck me.
From your spell, you can. How to word this? From your spell, you can tell that one has been drained, which was most of its energy, and the other is more of a protective type essence.
Okay. And
So
the conjuration is more protective?
the conjuration is more drained.
Okay.
Like you can tell there's traces of it, but it's not really there anymore. You can tell there's traces of it.
Okay. Give me a minute then.
So during this, Darius will go ahead and say that even though you were talking, you completed your ritual cast. So you were
Well, I assume
identifying.
it would have went
And can you
in
mute?
line with his, right?
I think you started it a little bit after, but not a big deal.
Well, like yeah, I would have. I mean, it would have been like 30 seconds. I wouldn't have sat there and watched him for minutes. So.
Yeah. So what you were casting at what on the tree?
Identify on the tree, yeah.
Okay. So as your spell completes, the knowledge you get from it is that it is a dead tree.
Interesting. No magic at all?
You don't get any magic through your identify.
Okay.
Would you normally get magic from Identify?
Well, it identifies. I don't
Depends.
know if it's specific to magical items, but
I mean, would it tell? It wouldn't tell you what the.
it wouldn't
magic
tell me
is,
like the not the
right?
school of magic. So that's not what I was asking for. I was more so just like if I got any magical sense from it, like if
Yeah.
there was anything.
Yeah, certain things that just might not work on as well.
Yep. That's fine.
So Mastos and Jack, you guys were heading back, right, to the group?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So before you get there, Atlas, did you want to do anything? I know you're looking up stuff right now. But...
Yeah, I'm just looking at my notes here for a second.
Just so you can read what it actually does, Corey. I linked it in chat.
Okay. So I kind of restart my conversation with Darius.
Sure.
So, I can sense magic within this tree. Have you sensed any?
No, it just showed up as a dead tree when I inspected it.
Okay, it's a weird way to put it, but it kind of gives off. I don't know if you're familiar. It gives off a conjuration type magic, but with a bit of divination. Are you familiar with those schools?
Yes.
But the conjuration seems drained, which would make sense if these trees are what summon the Fae here. So, I'm not sure if these trees maybe were how these Fae creatures got to this realm, but it kind of pulled a portion of the forest with it. It is, from what I gather, in the center of this entire area.
I am gathering that, right?
It is central, yeah.
Yeah.
So if the spell was triggered large enough, it could pull whoever was with the tree, and I would guess maybe a radius around it.
I mean, you could. The magic behind it is far beyond my understanding, but there are teleport spells, and there's summoning spells too. But the summoning spell would have had to have been cast on this side to pull them here, but the teleport spell could have sent them out.
Mm-hmm. And maybe, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that this thing it's made of wood, but it's the strongest wood I have ever touched.
I want
He's
to
giggling.
hug the tree.
Sorry?
I'd like to hug the tree.
Okay.
And I want to press
mean
my
hug
chest
the
up against it.
Okay. Yeah, you put your arms as far as you can around the trunk and kind of lean into it. You give it a hug. Doesn't seem to give you any interaction back.
I don't feel anything in my chest or anything like that.
You do not.
So I only felt that when he pulled out the seed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And just at this point, you do see Jack and Mastos start coming from the south, slowly into the area. You guys come into the area as you see Atlas hugging the tree.
Well, immediately I'm going to be running up to this tree and hugging it as well from the other side, connecting, holding Atlas's hand.
Good tree.
Nice tree. Tyrannic tree.
I think you're right.
Jack walks up beside Darius. Yeah, I'm not taking Atlas to this other tree because he's gonna hug it too.
Reasonable.
They turn and hug back.
My tail.
Alright, well, I think we've overstayed our welcome here, and maybe we should head back and rest.
Yeah, it's just east, that way. And I point
Okay.
east. Far,
Let's check south.
far east.
I think we're gonna go south.
I am so trustworthy. I don't know why you would want to go east.
I also think if you do want to come in and you said you need 8 hours to cast a spell.
I think, well, Mastos, we should go back. We don't want to stay. The Beastmaster told us, and I believe him. There's something dangerous to the south. We should probably go to the east, but oh, that's a big purr. I would like to go see Tyrannic and tell him that I think there's a forest for each of us. And I think maybe that that tree is what's binding him here. He needs to know.
Well, before we leave, do we want to see if I can blow it up?
I don't think you can.
No, I don't think you can either.
Okay. That was disappointing. And Jack is gonna turn and start walking south back to the entrance. So, are we gonna go make this a quick rest, or are we gonna go let this guy know that Mastos wants to come in here and try to cast a spell for 8 hours?
Well, if we go back, tell him that, go get Duranic, see if Duranic can travel back to the Fey Forest, because he said he started here, so maybe he can still travel back to here. Maybe
Well,
there was... Maybe he can come back and we can rest here. You can rest here. I only need an hour's rest, but with an 8-hour cast of... It's tiring.
Okay. Well then, we can walk and talk. Let's get out of here.
I start walking to the east.
And then Jack will do the same thing with his little leash that he's going to make out of his gauntlet, and he's going to bring him back to the south.
Does Mastos follow?
Well, the exit is south. Yeah. Just because we came from the north, or came to the north. South. Yeah, I guess. Guys don't want to go fight a big bad beast? Yeah, no, I go south. I slowly turn back.
Okay. Atlas and Darius, you following Jack?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys head south, Jack, you've walked this track enough times to know now to lead everybody out safely. So you guys continue. It's about 15 minutes to get to the edge of this dome as you come across the big metal door that you had went through. That you had went through to get through. It is currently closed.
Jack will walk up and give it a knock.
Okay.
Mastos will go up and hoof it with his hoofs, like just way more powerful, or attempt to.
Okay, yeah. As you hit it, you hear the almost like a vibration goes across the sort of metal wall. When you look left and right, you can see like 100 feet each way. You see like it's kind of metal cast before it's hit into that rock. It all kind of like vibrates and sends the sound out into the forest.
I look at Jack like,
Then you hear a chunk as you see the door start to pull open, and you see Bulgar's bare head turn around, look at you all with a big smile, and we'll take a break right there.
Bulgar.
Bulgar, the Beastmaster. Welcome back, everybody. So, when we left our heroes off, they were leaving the Fey Forest at the bottom of Ciniculam, or 5. They just reached the door to the south as they opened it up to see Bulgar, the Beastmaster, staring back at them. Well done. We're ready to come out.
For now.
Very well. He steps back and ushers you all to leave the Fey Forest.
Bulgar?
Yes.
Wait, have we already asked him how long this thing's been here for? Or do we already know?
I don't know if you asked them that or not. I don't recall.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's specific. Yeah.
Do you know how long this forest has been here?
Since the Cataclysm 200 years ago. Back when the dwarfs were still here before they left.
And do you know how it got here?
Just appeared one day, and the dwarfs didn't like the magic, and they left.
Do you know what this is? And
So-
Jack's gonna pull out one of those discs for the teleportation.
Just looks at it strangely. Piece of metal.
Checks out. Jack puts it away.
He starts pushing the door closed behind him.
Also, how long have the demons been in there?
You just had no demons in there.
Mastos turns around, looks him dead in the eyes. You have demons in there.
That's not possible. How?
We don't know. We could maybe ask some.
Those-
Some did get away. We did destroy most of them.
Those metal discs. They help the demons. You
These
need to
ones-
destroy them.
These ones are a little old and decrepit. I don't believe they're using them. But when the second disc that I retrieved, there was a formation on the ground with indents in it. Kind of like, I don't know, a movable teleportation? I don't know.
200 years, there's been no demons in there. That's very strange.
Well, how deep do you guys go into the Fae?
I go wherever I want to when I'm in there.
And you've
been
never
all
ran
over.
across, and Jack explains like the open area, the round area where he found the discs.
I don't disturb anything unless I need to. It's not my home, it's the beast's.
How often do you go through their home?
But I need to every few days or so. And you
And
see
then
him reach
Jack-
down, and he reaches to his belt, sort of a big buckle on his belt, and he kind of just turns it. You see a little blue glow just for a second, and then just kind of nods his head.
Have you gone to the center? Have you seen the tree of my friend?
Ah, there's a strange tree in the middle. Yes, I've seen that before, yes. What do you mean it's your friend? You got tree friends?
Well, yes. But that's besides the point.
So, no demons.
Oh,
No,
no.
never.
Carmen would never allow demons in here. No, oh, no.
Mastos fought demons! And he stomps his hoof.
Is what he's saying true? Is it true? He looks at you all.
Oh yeah, we killed a few.
Did Jack, didn't you say they said something?
Did Jack say that? Did he relay what they were saying when he came in? Like, or who did detect?
was
I think that was Darius.
Yeah, it was.
Did you like relay it to the group? I can't remember.
I don't recall either.
I think he did.
Oh, Jay, you're muted.
I think I did, because I know I sent a message. I'm pretty sure I may not have relayed what they said, but I relayed that they were speaking Infernal.
Yes, you did do that.
Okay.
Darius, didn't you hear them talking about something? Infernal? That's a demon language, isn't it?
Well, it is a language from the hells, yes.
What did they say?
DM?
I have it written out in a note, if that helps. That's why I was wondering if, like, did you tell me?
They said, what happened to the battle? Where is Ararek? He's supposed to be here.
Oh, I did relay that.
Okay. There you go.
I wrote it down, so I figured it was relayed.
I thought I did.
Said, where's Eric? He should be here. Where's the sea? There's supposed to be an attack. That sound about right?
Yeah, the first thing was what happened to the attack, and then the other two things.
We were the attack. We were the seed. They did.
Are you saying there's demons in there now?
There will be more. There's always more.
I don't think we got all of them. I think some did make away.
Well, I caught up and I saw what I believe to be remnants of them.
You have a beast in there. I felt him.
There's lots of beasts in there, that's where they say.
But how large?
Oh, lots of large ones, different ones from the play. There's a battle beast with the battle ring.
I felt them.
They're very
In the
strong.
east?
Oh, they eat? Of course they do.
In the east.
Oh, yes, that's their pens. Yes, that's where. And he points down to his belt. Call them back there when we need to.
They must protect the Fae. They will. You
Masters,
can use them to fight the demons.
Can you talk to animals?
Well, using this I can. And he points down. He's wearing this necklace with little kind of crystals dangling from it.
Does he talk? Oh, okay.
Well, maybe we ask the beasts if they've seen demons.
Well, if there's any demons, then we need to get Carmen and Molja in to flush them out. We can't have enemies within the city.
Well, Mastos here wants to cast a spell that takes, like, a long time to cast. To help the Fae grow and flourish, from what he made it sound like. So it
will.
We plan on going back in, if that's acceptable. And we are all about removing demons from the plane of existence.
Well, I need to inform Carmen that if there's demons, she can decide what needs to be done. It's too dangerous to go back in there with
Well,
demons.
we already killed 9 of them, and wasn't there like some element things that we killed and stuff?
Either way, we're going to inform Carmen ourselves as well. We do work for Carmen.
And we're quite capable.
Very well, of course. You had permission to come in, so that checks out.
So, if you wish, maybe you stay out of the forest for the time being, in case there is some demons still afoot. And we will check in with Carmen and see how best to proceed in both repairing the forest and making sure the demons are gone for good.
That sounds good. I'll make sure nobody else tries to get in. That other fella just left, so we should be good from here.
What other fella?
The Birdman.
Right. And okay, let's rewind. He was just able to walk in? Was okay to go through?
Yes. He's an ambassador from a different city. He's allowed in there. Yes, he's known around here.
And where do we find his embassy?
No, it goes to different cities to keep communication and trading open and things like that.
And while we're gone, do you think you could summon one of your beasts here and ask it about spotting demons?
They're not friends, they're battle beasts.
Yeah, I believe you.
You said you can
They're
go all over the
Mastos'
place in there,
friends.
correct?
Yes.
Have you seen that giant dead tree?
Yes, it's in the center of the forest, yes.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on it?
It's a bit weird. It looks a bit scary. It looks like a big monster.
I glare at him.
Glare back.
It looks like a weak monster, jackass.
I glare at Jack even harder.
I try not to disturb anything. It's not my home. I just try to make sure they have what they need. That's all.
Okay.
Alright, well, please let us know if anyone tries to gain access that may not have normal clearance.
Well, my friend, what city is she from?
A tree? Your friend, a tree.
No,
My
the
friend
third person.
Oh, the bird. Aristos.
Aristos.
From Arokan, in the mountains to the west of here.
Do they have a Fey forest there?
Yes, the whole city is built on it.
Do you know how many other cities have these Fey forests in them that appeared?
But I know. I don't know of any other cities with them. No.
There is one more I know of. Home. Masto spawned from tree.
Like the one in there?
Yeah. Masto spawn of tree on Druid Grove. Dumanian.
And Mastos, you hear him speak. All of you hear this garbled, mulching noises. The Bulgar speaking, and Mastos, you hear. Where are these druids? Where did you come from?
Oh.
Colin, how much time has passed since the demon fight?
I want to say probably about an hour.
Because the duration of comprehend languages is 1 hour.
Okay.
So would I understand?
You wouldn't understand. This is not discernible by comprehend languages.
Oh, okay.
Is he talking Sylvan?
No.
Oh, but I understand what he says.
Yes. You recognize
Okay.
this from being around druids. That only druids understand this
Oh, okay, yes.
type of use of vocal noise.
Are you okay there? You seem to have a little thing going on with your, well, more than normal.
I look over at Atlas and then look back at you and attempt to say Northeastern Centurium.
You came from Centaurium. How is that possible?
I didn't come here. I'm from the Fae. Not of this body, but born again. Here, in this form. From a tree in the Dunmanian Grove.
The druids that raised me explained of the Dumanian Grove, detached, dispersed to an island to the northeast. That's where you're from.
That's where I'm from.
How you got here, young one, I don't know, but I hope you find your way.
I've been here for a long time. I've been here almost as long as I've been alive in the Fae. I was trapped. I'm 127 years old. The last time I was. Yeah. When was the last time you've been to the Grove?
I've never been to the Grove. Druids that raised me told me about it. I've only ever been here on the mainland. They found me as a young cub and raised me in the druidic ways.
Has anyone been seen from the Grove?
Never. It was thought lost to simply the island to the northeast. I've not known anyone to come from there before.
And in common, I will say I can't be the last one.
He kind of looks at you all. To tell Carmen of what happened here, and I will make sure nobody comes through. And he's taking kind of takes a step back.
I walk away and I start walking towards Carmen, all contemplative and sulky, like a brooding teenager.
So, what were they speaking? Because looking this up, the only language comprehend language can't understand is thieves can't, and I can speak thieves can't.
Yeah, it's a specific druidic language. Well, they call it language, but yeah, language that only druids can communicate with.
So it's druidic? Because I also looked that up, and comprehend languages allows you to understand it.
Yeah, so this language that he's speaking, this world, only druids can communicate using these series of noises. It's not really loosely calling it a language.
Okay, so that's fine.
It was like
telepathic almost, right?
Almost, or yeah, they're using like verbal
I want to say
vibrations.
Groot. Think of Groot.
Yeah.
It's tree speak.
So you guys see Mastos kind of say this as he kind of walks brooding off like a teenager. What's everybody else doing?
What? Sorry, what's his name again? The
Bulgar?
Bulgar, right? I'll just reiterate to him to not let anyone continue on and into there, and we'll be back.
It's off limits until they hear otherwise.
Yeah, I'll follow Mastos.
Okay. Jack and Darius.
Okay,
Jack,
and I'll
follow.
just start following them.
Okay. All right, so you guys, where are you headed?
Well, I'm following Mastos, so it's wherever he's going.
Mastos,
time
where
is
you
it?
headed?
I'm going to Carmen's, which is east. I'm going east. I just want to see how long everyone will follow me.
Okay, you're going east on Core 5. You're just heading east.
Just heading east. Yep, heading east on Core 5.
It's around 1 p.m. as you guys exit the pens. So yeah, Mastos is heading to the east. Everybody just following him.
Has it been like stated that we are going to Carmen's first?
He didn't say anything, I don't think. He just, what did you say? He said I can't be the only one and just walks off.
Yeah. Well, I can't be the only one. And then Baldar says that to me, and I walk off, just past the group, because no one stopped me, no one interrupted me. And I'm want to go to Carmen's, but I'm trapped in my own head.
So if I guess Jack at that point would be like, so are you taking a nap? Are we going to Carmen? Are we going to see your friend?
So you said that to me?
He's just saying it out loud, like, so everyone can hear it.
We go to Carmen's, right? Carmen's is the way.
I think we check in with Carmen, let her know what transpired, take a little bit of a rest, and see how we approach this going forward.
Okay, and knowing that with that information, Jack would make sure we're going the fastest route to Carmen.
Okay. So you notice Mastos is heading off, continuing to walk to the east.
Would that be the fastest route?
No.
Jack kind of like goes down a little bit, his shoulders go down, and he's just like, lets out a little sigh. Mastos, do you need redirection, or are you going to follow?
Mastro's going right way, right?
Mastos is going the slow way.
Oh.
The faster
Mastos-
we get to Carmen, the faster we get rid of the demons, the faster we get you casting that spell.
Mastos does a 90-degree turn and just starts walking to the right of east.
Okay, so you start heading south towards the outside of the core.
Yeah,
Jack,
Jack hooks him.
Okay. Do you resist the hook, or do you let him hook you?
I will attempt an uncanny dodge, even though I don't have uncanny dodge. I will attempt to dodge.
Okay, so roll an attack then, Jack.
An attack. Pretty sure I get a +8. 1 second.
Oh, I just got that 20.
Oh.
Well, it's against your AC, so.
I rolled a 19.
19. And what's your AC, Mastos?
That's not a 13.
Not 19.
No, it's not. 16.
Yeah. So you successfully get him with your grapple. So Mastos, the grapple kind of wraps around you. You stop for a second. What do you do next?
I look down at it. Do I get yoinked? Comedically?
Depends.
I've yet to actually pull you. I just have a hold of you.
I just look down at it.
And then Jack looks at him. Mastos, do you want to ride Reen?
Yes.
And now he gets comedically yanked.
Okay, roll a strength.
Best ever.
Ooh, 16, so 15.
Okay. So are you trying to pull him onto Reen, or just over to you, or what?
He's just kind of pulling him back towards
Okay.
him. He's gonna let Mastos mount Reen himself.
Okay. Yeah, so you feel this as you just get pulled, the air comes out of you a little bit as you get yanked back towards Jack, right up beside Reen. Puts her kind of paws down and kind of leans down and kind of bends her shoulder towards you.
I will gently climb up her like a mounting a large, oh man, what a Clydesdales. Like a large Clydesdale.
So as
Big
you
boy at the end.
as you slide up there and kind of try to get in position, try to figure out where to get your holding spots, and you see the kind of large scales on her back and the front, right in front of you and behind her, start to kind of like push up and kind of make this kind of little brace, almost like a seat, kind of holds you in place.
Cushiony. It just hold in tight.
Okay, good
I
enough.
feel like Fantasia, Luck Dragons, never ending story.
So, okay, so Jack, you want to lead them the quickest way there?
Yes.
Okay, based on your excellent map memory skills. You take them sort of north up the stairs, proceeding up through core 4, past the wreck, past the furnaces, up into core 3, then core 2, then up to core 1. You're going to Carmen's, right?
Yep, straight there.
Sorry, not Carmen's, but where you know her usually to be at the Rusty Mug.
The rest.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it before you did, but yes. Let
So-
you know I'm retaining information.
Look at you.
As
So
we're
proud.
traveling up there, I want to be like kicking my heels just happily. Do, 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 and just
Every
be
time
like,
you do, Reen kind of like winces a little bit as you kick it.
Oh, gently, not like, yeah, just in happily, like, do, 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 do. And just go, he was a druid. Meow, meow, meow. Is he talking? Am I talking to him now? He was a druid. He said my people are a legend.
I guess you could be proud of that.
I don't think my people are around anymore.
Well, we found one of them and potentially two of them.
No. My druid family.
They mean the family you found when you got here?
They didn't find me. I told you. I was born here.
Wait, didn't you tell us you were born from a tree?
Mastos was born from tree.
You didn't think to link that to the fact that that tree had a Juranic shaped person coming in it.
I just stared blankly at Darius for a second. Mastos came from tree!
And so did Juranic. And there is also one of these weird trees wherever Aristos is from.
So my tree on the grove.
There's one of these, those, that, whatever we were just at.
The Dune-Manian Grove.
Do you remember a tree that looked like you there?
I don't know. Should I roll for that?
To remember when you were born? Yeah. Yeah. Do it.
If a tree
if
remains
there was
or
a tree
exists that
on the island that I grew up on.
Yeah.
If
So-
there was, you know what? I want to specifically remember if there was a big, very large, muscular-looking, handsome-faced, big-horned, looking scary tree, because it would look like Lapidus.
Not necessarily if you came out of it.
Yeah, but it's Lapidus's vessel of transport in my brain.
So, as you think back, in all the years that you were around, you had a clear view of the tree. You knew exactly what it looked like. And there was no shape to recognize as a body. You know where you came from almost looked like a pod, almost like a shelf. Almost, it was kind of like part coming out of and part of the tree. There was no shape.
I'm still looking blankly at Darius. Mastos didn't come from tree like Juranic's tree, or maybe a Phaethros, Apidos tree?
Well-
Khaled's tree? Khaled's tree? Maybe Mastos' tree was different.
Well, you're always a fox. Was it like a fox?
My tree was maybe where the seeds. Maybe my seed is from my tree.
Well, I mean, you said that's the last thing you remember from the Fae, right?
Grabbing the seed and then the flash, taking the seed from its pedestal and the flash.
We need to call it something else. I literally just picture like the superhero, the Flash, every time.
Flash, flash, flash. And then I was born here to the druids.
Okay, we need to go see this other tree. And maybe Khaled will have more information. We also need to go talk to Juranik and tell him about the tree. Maybe he'll have some information.
Good ideas. Carmen first, Rusty Muck.
Okay.
All right,
That
so you guys
works.
continuing the rusty mug.
Yep.
All right.
I
Onward
tried to
past.
steer Reen in the wrong direction.
She follows Jack's lead.
Good girl.
I just see him like trying to like steer like both ways, and she's just casually stomping around towards me.
So yeah, you guys work your way through the city, up past Core 2, up into Core 1, and then start heading north towards the Rusty Mug. About 5 minutes, 10 minutes down, you start to see the familiar huge mug hanging out the front of the inn. Looks pretty busy. As you guys enter the door, you see a bunch of patrons. It's lunchtime rush. You see Jin in the back behind the bar, kind of running around. Looks like he's super busy. You look over in the corner, and you don't see Carmen where she normally is. What do you?
I'll head over to the bar.
I push past the group and head for food because it's food time. You said
Jack
lunch?
will kind of press his finger into Reen's forehead, and she'll just dissipate.
Okay. He disappears, and Mastos lands on his butt, and then he gets up and starts running towards the bar.
Okay, yeah. Comedically.
Comedically, they say.
So Alice, you kind of get up to the bar, and you see Jin pouring drinks and running up and down the bar.
Hello, Jim.
How you doing, little robot?
Oh, wonderful. Just wondering, do you know where Carmen has went?
And, Ladmus needed her for something, and they headed down to meet, I reckon. I believe, down, I don't know where they're going, but the three of them are meeting. Something about a shadow or something.
Sorry, to meet who?
Ladmus and to go down Arakine. Let me make sure I'm saying that name right first.
Have we heard that name before?
Once. I can recall. Arak, sorry.
Okay, did the demon say Amric or Eric?
So the demon said Arak.
Arak.
Yes.
A-R-A-K.
A-R-A-C-H.
A-R-A-C-H. Okay.
And so I'll re-say what I just said is Jin. Carmen, Ladmus, going to meet Arik. I don't know where, but something about shadow something.
Arik. Have I heard that name before?
You guys have heard it once. No, you haven't. Sorry, you have not.
Okay.
Oh, Arik. I'm not familiar. Who is that?
Oh, that's the counselor. He's usually down on Core 5. That's where he's usually at. The three of them sort of run the show here, and something's going on. But can I get you anything? I'm kind of busy here.
Oh, apologies. No, but I'm sure my Fae friend will order a lot of food.
Work up an appetite after fighting demons.
He's always got the jokes, this one.
He does. He's silly. Okay, have a great day.
I'd look at Atlas. Jokes?
Looks over at deer leg, huh?
Yes. Extra crispy today.
Very well. 2 silver. I'll be right back.
I drop 1 gold.
He was in a jug and runs through the back door into the kitchen. Jack, Darius, what are you guys up to?
What are we doing? Carmen's not here.
Jack will go sit next to Atlas. Well,
I'm just heading back to them. I would have started talking as soon as I got back.
okay. Well, yeah, Jack would just kind of walk up and I guess after he eats, we can go down to core 5 unless you guys want to take that rest here.
What time is it?
You would know better than anyone else.
Would I?
I can eat and walk.
What time is it?
It was 1 p.m. when you exited the pens. So walking up here probably about half an hour, about 1:30.
He won't say 2 p.m. ever again. You guys ruined it.
Well, you guys can keep track of the time as much. Like I'm just gauging it as much as you
No.
guys can.
I cannot keep
made
track
a,
of the time.
I've made a purpose now of telling you guys when you do something what time it is, because you'll think I just make up 2 p.m. all the time. But you guys
was
get up at
joking
9 a.m.
when I
You do
said
all
that, by
your
the way.
shit in like 2 hours, and then you want it to be nighttime.
But I can't keep.
Bro
I,
has
like,
dreams about this conversation.
I have zero concept of how much time passes when things happen.
Those are called nightmares.
Well, we're here, so I know resting was on the table. So, how beneficial, and Jack,
Carmen-
Atlas, and Darius, how beneficial would a rest be right now?
My
I
connection
can always
came
use a
pretty
great
fast.
rest.
But I mean, I'm not tired, but taking a small rest would make me a little more inspirational.
And what of you, Mastos?
Have I gotten my meat yet? Because I wouldn't have turned around to rejoin the group without the meat yet.
Din comes out and slams down a nice cooked ear leg, still a little bit hot to the touch, crispy skin on the top. Takes a gold. Enjoy it, sir.
Thank you. I take it and I jump between hands. Ha, 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 ha. But returning to the group. What?
How would a small amount of rest benefit you?
like an hour?
Jack looks at his gauntlet, even though there's no watch on it. Yeah, about an hour.
Why did you look at your wrist?
I thought there was something on my gauntlet.
Did that help you tell the time?
Yeah, this thing looks pretty technical. I probably could tell time one day.
All right.
I'm not that tired in that way, but Carmen needs to know about the demons. Like,
Do we know where Carmen is?
they said they went to go check something out with. Actually, would I have heard that?
Yeah, you were right there waiting. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They went to. I want to say Lapidus, which is me. What was his name?
Arika, think?
Ladmus?
No. Ladmis. They went with Ladmis.
Went
To
with
find someone named Arik,
Okay. Where is Arik?
Core 5.
Is that who Jack talked to?
Didn't we just come from Core 5?
Yeah, apparently something's going on.
Well,
Okay.
maybe they caught.
There's
wind of this
demons on Core 5. I say that kind of loudly.
Yeah, you might want to keep that down, dude.
Regardless, I know arrests had been brought up. Do we want to take it now? Because nothing's changing in this sense. Carmen's team wants to go sweep the area, that's fine. But if it's possible that she's going to come back up here. So, we take an hour, wait, or we just get on the move again.
There's only one staircase. We just go on. We can't wait. Mastos can eat and walk. Ah.
Okay, well, instead of going up and down and up and down and up and down, why don't we stop and talk to Juranik and then make our way down, since he's on the next core down.
That's
So we are all good and ready to move.
I'm already moving with my.
Actually, I'm gonna cast message and aim downward. And basically what I said to Juranik earlier, hey Juranik, it's Darius, Lapidus' friend. We found a tree that looks kind of like you. Do you know anything about it? You can respond to this message.
for a second or two, and you do get a response. I have Darius over here with him, yes. I believe I came from the tree in the Fey Forest. That could be something.
Okay. Is that what's binding you to your spot? How do we break the bind?
This is beyond anything that I know. I'm more of a fighter than anything else. I'm sorry.
Anybody that would know?
And there is a delay for a second.
You can respond to this message.
I'm sorry. Gortith was the one who would know everything. In regards to our missions, I was the fighter.
I look at Bastos and I say, Goreteeth? Do you know anyone named Goreteeth?
Gore teeth, yes. Yes. Always so serious.
That's his name? Goreteeth?
Sorry, everything's so small on my screen. It's just a little small. It's okay. It's not the size that matters. Pull this up. Go there. Oh my god. So many. Okay, there's that pig now. Made that big.
While you're doing that, Corey, I just got another follower on Google Maps, just saying.
Ooh.
Where was it again? Because it's not.
I don't know where you put it. On your, I think it's in your bio on your sheet, I'm assuming.
When I go to the bio and it's not there.
Is it your Mastos bio?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's just easier over here. Oh, I didn't have the names of it. Oh, what?
If you need to ask me, I can tell you whatever your.
Yeah, just his name, the proper pronunciation
So
of it.
it's Gortith.
Gortith. Gortith.
Goretith. All right. I'm going to send a message back to
Gortith.
Jurnik. Okay, thank you.
Elf folk. Means always so wise and serious.
Was he one of your adjutors?
Yes.
Educators?
Agitators? Adjutors?
Adjudicators?
Adjutors? What is it?
They're friends. They were my friends.
Can you... What are the other names of your adjutors?
Gortith, Jurnik,
Khalid.
Khalid. There's one more. I don't know the other one.
To save me the time, what is the satyr's name?
Chantra.
Shantra. And I say Shantra with like a longing in my voice. Shantra.
So 5 of you total? And a Mantrum, right?
Oh, Mastos. Mastos, me, yes.
Demantrum is that they're
Oh,
like
Demantrum's our leader.
an archfey.
Would I know him as an archfey?
You would know that the mortal plane would call him that. Yeah, it's not what you would recognize him as, but you would understand that.
Yes. And I giggle at the name. Archfey.
What would you call
Demantrums
him?
are archfey. Is there an... Can I say the title of what I would call him in Sylvan?
Sure.
What would I call him? Lord.
You would say commander.
Commander.
Even though
I
he,
say commander in Sylvan.
but you would know that when you did address him like that, he would kind of like scoff and roll his eyes.
I do it with a smile on my face then.
And the Mantrum, that's who you were working with, right, Darius?
Yep. And I pull out the blade. That's this guy. Kink, kink.
Interesting.
He doesn't really talk much.
So Mantrum talks all the time.
Not to me.
Demantrum very busy fighting.
Does he talk to you all the time?
We'd always have these Sunday brunch chats. Cannon.
Why?
Stabbing Dranic with your stuff, your thingy?
Technically.
Yeah, I was stabbed him a few times.
I mean, I was fighting him.
Right.
And when I dropped the sword while Lapidos and Dranic were there, it didn't react. But now if I drop it with Mastos, it'll gravitate towards him again.
Did you drop your sword?
No, but
Oh, okay.
you said when he turned back into Mastos, I dropped it, and you said it started going towards him again.
No, I didn't. I said it goes ding ding, lands on the ground.
That was when he was Lapidos. But when he was Mastos, because when he turned back, I wanted to test it again.
Yeah.
And you said it went to him.
No, I didn't.
I swear you did. I don't want to go back through that many
purposely-
episodes, though.
Purposely didn't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Colin's correct, because when you said that, I reacted in the sense that without metagaming it,
He knew why I said it.
yeah.
Okay.
So Darius would know that when he dropped the sword, it didn't go over towards Mastos.
Yeah. Regardless, we're talking about Dranic anyway, and it did not go over towards him, so that was more so what he was talking about.
Okay.
Why?
I'm just trying to understand the situation that has brought Mastos here and these fate force here and other people and people who are interested in my power also linked to it. I'm just trying to understand where everything's connected.
Yeah, I think we need more pieces of that puzzle.
I feel like we have a lot. I just don't know if we're putting them together.
Well, then we should get more pieces. Maybe then we'll put them together.
You should always start with the corner pieces and edges when doing a puzzle. Then work with the big pictures. Things you can recognize first. I say that casually as I was eating my meat. As they're talking about puzzles and I'm like thinking about puzzles.
Are you guys sitting while chatting, or are you guys walking and talking? Just so I know.
Walking and talking.
They were walking, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and I will relay to the group that we don't need to go to Dranic anymore.
Okay.
And then explain to them the message conversation that happened.
All right.
So basically, he doesn't know anything about the tree other than the fact that he must have came from it, doesn't know how to unbind himself from it, and he said Gortith, or whatever, the person I asked Mastos about, would know about it.
All right. And Jack is. You look back, and Jack's kind of like just walking slowly along as he doesn't feel well. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so you guys, you're walking out the Rusty Mug. Where's your objective? Where are you heading to?
So I guess back to Core 5.
I think we were stopping
in core 2 for Juranic, but we don't need to.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause he messaged him and he's like, well, maybe Gortith will have more of an answer than him.
Right.
But we didn't hear that. That was Jay.
Well,
Yeah,
he
but I
relayed that
relayed it.
though.
Oh, okay. That was so.
Yeah. So what he said, so relaying the message, you know, he asked him, does he know anything about the tree? And he said he wasn't smart. He was just a fighter. If anybody knew anything in the group, it was always Gortith. He was always the smart one.
Okay.
And always so serious.
And we know where this guy is?
No, but we know we have to go to core 5 to find Carmen.
And we know. Well, Khaled would know where Gortith is. She always had a handle on where we all were.
Okay, well, where is Khaled?
The city that.
Right, so
Khaled mentioned.
we're still here, and there are things we need to do.
I know Corey wrote it down.
We can make our way to that city in the mountains after, but we still need to go talk to Carmen.
Oh yeah, this city's still infested with demons. We can't leave. We must stop the demons. We cannot leave the demons to take over.
Right, that. I concur.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
So you guys are heading where? Core 5?
Yeah, core 5 to see Carmen.
All right. Where on core 5 would you like to? The cores are like big, so if you tell me where you guys want to go, and I kind of get you there. It's hard to keep track of all the cores. So where on core 5 are you going?
Arax.
Well, once same thing. Basically, I'm gonna do like a broadcast, trying to locate Carmen. So I'll just once we get to core 4, I'll basically start.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something to stop that happening. Finishing
He's a
returns
walking
recharge like
telegram
delays
machine.
every time. Yeah. So you guys
Doesn't cool down.
You guys proceed down as Mastos munching on his deer leg. Jack in tow, kind of keeping an eye out on everything as you guys go down, being the lookout. So you guys head to the kind of the east, head down the main stairs there, taking you right down through core 2, 3, 4. As you do, you're sending out your kind of message.
Literally like a sprinkler. Carmen, can you hear me? Carmen, can you hear me? Carmen, can you hear me?
Well, as you get down to core 3, and you're just randomly sending this message out, you do get a response when you get down to the stairs at core 3.
Oh.
So what is the message you're saying exactly?
Where are you? We have some information for you. We'd like to come to you.
Okay. So 30, 40 seconds goes by. I'm at the cathedral with Ladmus and Arik. You can meet us there if you wish.
Very well. And I will relay that to the group. She's at the cathedral with Ladmus and Eric. We can meet her there if we wish.
Well, we wish. Let's go.
All right. So you're leading the way to the cathedral, Alice?
Right.
Do I know where the cathedral is?
You're the only one that's been there, yeah.
Then yes. I will 100% lead the way.
Right, perfect. And I'm assuming you guys are following
Yep.
Nestos, and we'll assume Jack is also tagging along. All right, so you guys follow Atlas as he takes you towards. As you get closer, you see this massive front. It almost looks like what you would expect to be like a sort of a church, but this is built into the side, the outside of the core. So the kind of the front part of it is kind of sticking out. The rest seems to go into the rock itself. Outside in the front, you see these kind of look like T's, kind of stuck into the ground, wooden T's. Where you can see kind of little wrappings of where ravens would be resting. And you do indeed see a couple of ravens down on the end. And somebody tending to them. As you get up to the door and you kind of take a peek in, you see desks, books, pillars. It's a familiar sight to you, Atlas. Looking in, though, before where you would see workers sitting at these desks, you do not see any workers. You just see at the other end of the room, you see 3 people huddled around a desk where you spoke to Ladmus last. You guys are at the entrance to this room. As you look around, it's huge ceilings above, books are lined, shelves everywhere, 2 huge bookcases, one to the left, one to the right, and kind of desks down the middle. What do you guys want to do?
I go to the bookshelf on the right.
Okay.
I'll approach the desk with the 3 people. Do I recognize who it is? Like,
Yeah, so from behind, you recognize Carmen. You recognize her outline, and you can kind of see between her shoulder and the other person's shoulder, you can see, recognize to be Ladmus sitting at his desk where you spoke to him before.
okay. I'm gonna actually just nudge Darius.
Do you want to report to Carmen?
Okay.
You usually the one that wants to lead the conversation.
Well, I mean, I think that I am the best candidate. Sure. And I will walk forward.
Right, so Darius, you're approaching.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you get a little bit closer, you recognize the 2 bodies there. The other person, as you're kind of coming up behind, you see a circular shield strapped to the back, hanging down the side. You see this warhammer, decorative warhammer, and you see the kind of the spikes, fully armored, green and yellow type armor. But again, this strange armor that almost seems like skin that is kind of melded on. And as this person's moving and talking, you can see the metal almost moving with their skin. Having a conversation, kind of hear mumbles as you start to approach.
Hello.
Ah, Darius, welcome back. We're just discussing what should be done. How go things?
Well, we went to the forest downstairs.
Okay, yes, and?
Are you aware that you've got a demon problem?
And immediately Carmen looks over past the person that's standing between you and her, who does not address you at all. What do you mean, demon? There's no demons here.
Oh, there were at least 9 of them that we killed. They also summoned 2 elementals.
Are you sure? And it's more?
I am quite sure. I watched them nearly kill us.
And then she turns around to Ladmus. She's like, we'll finish this up later. And she starts running out the cathedral.
Okay. You don't want to talk anymore?
You said there's demons. Got to be taken care of.
I said we killed them.
And then she stops and goes back. I asked if there was any more.
Did she? I didn't hear her ask that.
I poke my head out. There's always more.
We believe we've dispatched them, but we're not sure how they got there, so an investigation might be in order.
Yeah, you may want to definitely increase security in that area, because, I mean, you have the wall, so obviously they didn't go through there. I have a couple theories, if you want to hear them.
Of course. Arik, perhaps we should meet again later. And the guy beside you kind of just nods his head towards Carmen and starts walking out towards the front door.
Bye, Arik. I'm Darius. Nice to meet you.
He doesn't acknowledge as he keeps walking.
Jerk. I will turn back to Carmen. So, well, you probably don't know. Forgive me for asking, how old are you?
How is that relevant?
Well, has the Fey Forest been there your whole life?
Yes.
Yeah. So, it wasn't always there. It kind of showed up one day, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So, from my understanding, the story as I've been told is the Fae realm was under attack by demons, and in an effort to protect that realm, something happened which caused it to teleport here. So those demons could have somehow teleported with the realm. I don't know how long infernal creatures live for. Or they have a way to teleport in there already. The first one, less of a threat. We've dealt with most of them and you don't have to worry about them anymore. The second one, bigger threat because they can get in there, and I'm going to reach into the bag of holding, pull out one of the discs, or the disc, because I guess I only have one of them. And I'm going to show her. And I'll be like, we have encountered these before, and I kind of hold it out for her to take. And they seem to open portals. We got 2 of them. The last encounter we had with these, they needed 3 to open the portal, we think. We stopped them from doing it and destroyed the discs.
As you're saying this, immediately Ladmus starts leaning over. May I take a look at that? Fantastic. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And I hand it over to him.
Carmen doesn't really seem to acknowledge it too much. She's intent on listening to what you have to say. And he takes it from you and puts it on the desk.
So those are my 2 theories on how they got in there. They were either teleported with the Fae and they've just been in there this whole time. They were waiting, and I'll relay that, they were waiting for Iraq. They wanted the seed, and there was supposed to be a fight or a battle or a war or something.
In addition to potential teleportation, when I found the second disc, as Jack kind of like flashes it at him, there was a strange imprint in the ground that doesn't seem like a normal imprint that would be there. So it could be something mobile that could perhaps open up another portal, because these ones are a bit outdated and broken already.
Well, there's no way the demons could have been there. The last 200 years, there's been many sweeps in the early years, and then again, Bulgar there is going in routinely. There's no way that these demons could have been there previous to your interaction with them. It's just not possible.
Well, I mean, and I'm going to put the hood up.
Yeah.
Disappear. And then I will take the hood off.
You said you defeated 9 demons, and throughout the 200 years, there's no way that 9 demons could have evaded any sweeps or any checks that we've done of that area. Did you do something that would have provoked or done something to make this incursion happen?
When you say make the incursion, you mean make them come there? No, we didn't do that. We definitely may have provoked a fight, and Darius looks at Jack.
And then Jack feels the eyes, and he's like, we won.
And as this conversation's happening, Iraq has been, Ladmus has been inspecting this kind of metal ring, and you see him walk off to a bookshelf and start leafing through some books.
Was that a slip of tongue?
What?
Was there something we should know about Latimus?
About Latimus? Oh, yeah. What, he's 2 people?
Iraq, I mean, at Latimus.
Jack, seeing him like studying more, is going to pull out the second disc and he's going to set it over to where he can get it.
Okay. You set it on the desk beside the other disc?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, this is.
I can show you where I found those, if it interests you.
And then you see, as you say this, you see Latimus come back with a book. Oh, this is most exciting and interesting. I believe this is what you found. And he slams kind of the book down and opens it up and shows you guys this. It's like a sketch, perfect sketch replica of the fully undamaged circles that you guys seen in the mines, and in
Like the
comparison to
portal thing?
yeah. And in the comparison to the ones that you guys are presenting with all the fractures and cracks in it, it's like there's certainly no way that these could have been used, but these were known for transporting things. Yes.
Right, so, I mean, they may not have been used now, but again, if my theory is correct, and I get what you're saying, but I wouldn't say it's impossible. Those discs could be from 200 years ago.
I would say, looking at them, I would say that's quite a reasonable estimation of the time period that these were from.
Yeah.
These are well known from people who study such things. Cuthla from the Shadow Realm is known to try and do such overtakings of different planes using powerful entities. But these are very much destroyed. That's peculiar. Would a teleportation perhaps be delayed? Perhaps was a teleportation initiated then and the end result happened later, perhaps? Interesting.
We do believe that there's still a viable option for them to get around because we stumbled upon them in the Vomorian mine and they were being made in that moment, and we destroyed all 3 of them.
Yeah. And sorry, you said Kuthlar?
Yes, Kuthla, yes.
Who is that?
He's one of the, you would say, perhaps commanders in the Shadow Realm.
Would he be a leader of the other thing that we gave you?
I don't know if they're connected. I'm not too sure if that's it's a connection. They are from the same realm, of course, but Kuthla is known to be under Sharok, the Scourged Blade, which I'm sure everybody's aware of.
Is Jack aware?
You can roll a history.
He would like to. Oh my god. 2 on the die.
Okay. I was gonna say history or religion, but it's not gonna help either way.
Well, hold on a second. Yeah, I get a +0 on that one and 0 on both. So yeah, I don't know.
yeah, you don't know. The name sounds cool, but you don't know.
Can I do a history?
Yep. Go ahead.
Jack's just kind of like, huh? Yeah. Who?
Ooh. Not bad. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So yeah, from your kind of learnings, you understand that this was an entity that almost had the powers of a god and wanted to be a god, wanted to be a deity, but he was not accepted within them because he was not created for being with them at the time. So he was banished to the Shadow Realm, Sharok. And what you've been taught is his entire existence has always been to try and take over and or destroy the mortal plane, because that's apparently the greatest achievement of the gods, and that's what would hurt them the most.
Okay.
But being trapped there, he has to use subordinates to do his wishings. And with the 20, you would know that Kuthlar is his main commander, and the 3 below that, Arak the Blind, Arik the Voiceless, and Arrowkeen the Silent.
Iraq.
So hold on. Arik, like the guy that just left?
No, Areech, like Areech. I understand there's a lot of names similar right now.
Okay. Okay. Commander of...
Arak is the
Arak is the one that the demons were talking about in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that he should be there.
Yeah, Arach, right?
Yep. Arak the Blind.
Yeah.
I'm going to put everything I just recorded into the quick notes if you want to
Yeah.
pull from that.
I heard you typing, so.
Okay.
Needless to say, though, common perhaps an additional sweep, maybe called for.
I would. I mean, I would definitely do an additional sweep and then maybe have scheduled sweeps done.
We'll go with you on this next sweep.
And Colin, just to confirm, because I know I checked their armor. You said was like ratty, didn't you?
It looked the same as the demon armor that you fought in the mines.
Oh, okay.
It was their skin that looked like black and translucent a little bit. That's what kind of looked different then.
Oh, okay. So I'll bring that up as well. Like their skin looked different, and just to kind of reiterate my point of maybe they were there from whatever happened before.
Interesting. What would perhaps laying in wait? Why would they show themselves now if that's the case?
Well, they did say they were waiting for Iraq. So maybe they were just sitting, I don't know, maybe they went dormant or something. Just waiting for him. I don't know why they were suddenly active while we were there. But I mean, and I look at Carmen, I'm like, as you've seen, places we go, weird shit starts happening.
Ladmus then speaks up. I wonder if perhaps the Shadow Heart have anything to do with this? Was there any purple energies or indication perhaps that the Shadow Heart had an effect on something while you were there?
Was there? I didn't think so, but
nope.
No.
When when you heard these people talking, Darius, did they seem like I guess the influx from their voice, did it seem like they were waiting for Iraq in a way that Iraq is helpful, or we're here to get rid of Iraq?
Would I have been able to determine that?
Yeah, I mean, they were panicked looking for basically guidance. Like, where is he? He's supposed to be here.
So they just seemed confused.
Yeah.
It really just seemed like they were really confused. There was a lot of confusion. Like imagine soldiers sent in with specific orders to wait, and then that trigger never happened.
So, do we believe that these people are evil, like Iraq? I mean,
Ladmus, from what you've told me, I don't think anything from the Shadow Realm is good.
That's to say, I would agree with that. Yes. Not for the good of the mortal plane, anyway. That's for sure. Good sometimes can be a matter of perspective.
That's fair.
Atlas, are you up at the desk for this, or are you kind of hanging back and listening?
I would be up at the desk, I believe.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So with your passive perception, as he's got this book open and kind of reading about the Iraq the Blind and the Voiceless and that, you take a look down and you recognize some drawings beside Iraq the Blind, and you recognize the bandana and the tattered cape.
Oh shit.
And we'll leave it there.
Oh, I still have those. I
think you gave the cape to Felix.
Oh,
I think
did
you
I?
still have. Yeah, I think you put the.
And you have Iraq blindfold.
Yeah,
it says right there.
Look at that.
That's
Notes are
me.
great. Awesome.
Also, just to clarify, while he had the book out, I would be like reading it with him as he's going through it.
Okay. Yeah, you take the kind of like a mental note of what's being displayed.
Yep.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. Awesome, guys. Good session.
Cool.
Back next week.
Awesome.
See you guys next Tuesday.
Have a good night.
See you next
Good
Tuesday.
night.
Okay, bye. Thanks for watching, guys. See you here at 8 p.m. EST next Tuesday. Bye.